What's going on, motherfuckers? It's Thursday at 10:30 p.m., which means it is a pre-patch fucking podcast. How are you guys doing? Oh, shut up, you little bitch.
Ow.
Yeah, I mean,
my fucking ears.
It's all right. You're fine. 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 Welcome in, everybody. Episode 131. We are live, and there's some changes. There's some new stuff. We're in a new screen. We don't have our little like logo or our like little nameplates anymore. We've like professionalized, improvised, and also there's somebody new here. I don't know how they got here. I don't know who invited them. I don't know who brought him on the fucking show, but he busted down our door and showed up on our podcast, and we figured, you know what? Fuck him. We like him. We'll let him stay for a little bit. Tony, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Damn right I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys are unfamiliar with Tony, I'm going to give him a second, but his name is Hey Tony with 5 Ys, right? I got that right? 5 Ys, counted it out?
He did.
Yeah?
He did.
Five Ys.
I legitimately, anytime I have to type in your name to Twitch, I'm like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tony, okay, we're good.
You know, that's one of those things. It just happens. The funny story behind that is I tried to just use Hey Tony, but it's like they added a Y every fucking time just to keep going. And I'm just like, all right, well, 5 is the golden number. So
are there 4? Is there a Hey Tony with 4 Ys?
There's a Hey Tony with 4, Hey Tony with 3, Hey Tony with 2, and of course a Hey Tony with 1. You know what I'm saying?
So they're the fucking imitators, though, right? Like you're the legit Hey Tony.
I'm the best. You know what I'm saying?
That is one thing I will say. It really is stupid that Twitch will not allow you to go in and like really actually be like, hey man, there's not anybody streamed on this. Like does Hey Tony like with 1 Y actually stream? Is there anybody?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. And any one of them from 1 Y all the way to 4, none of them stream anymore.
That's the same. That's the same with Enigma. Like, I've seen the Enigma name. I wanted the Enigma name for forever, right. But like, yeah, that's been like one of the original ones from Justin.
Yeah, man.
And nobody streamed on it since Justin TV. Probably not even then.
Well, here's the other crazy thing. I just want Sin. Like, I don't even care if it's SIN. I would take S1N, but I cannot have a name with only 3 characters, which is also fucking stupid. Like, I don't understand. Like, but
yeah,
anyway.
They won't give it to me.
Well, Tony, we're excited to have you on the show. What if you wanted to take a minute, talk about kind of like what you stream, who you are, where people can find you, all that good stuff.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. So, hey Tony, I stream on Twitch. Had a little stint on Kick, a little stint on YouTube. I'm not as good as Sin on YouTube, so I went back to Twitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a variety streamer. I play anything and everything under the sun. I usually play day 1 titles. I play games when they come out with updates. It's about all for me. Left the military. Wife is still in the military. Move a lot. So, you know, I appreciate the opportunity from sending an enigma.
Don't shorten his name, bro. Be careful with his name. Don't shorten
my name, bro.
Well, I guess you can shorten his name. If you get
us banned on the first time you come out here, man, we're fucked, bro.
Oh God! But I appreciate these guys for letting me be on the podcast. I appreciate the opportunity. This is good, man. I really thank you.
Yeah, happy to have you. I do have a question, and I would not be doing myself or your significant other fucking justice. Who's the better fucking Tetris player?
Oh, you fucker! You could have kept that to yourself.
No,
all right.
bro.
So funny story. It's a heartbreaking story. On stream, I challenged my wife to I challenged her to a Tetris match. At the time, the 3080 series, 3090, all of the 30 series was out, and I said to her, you know, you can't beat me in no goddamn Tetris, and she made a liar out of me. Yeah, I lost $3,000 that day. That hurt my heart in my pocket.
That's a big bet, man.
Yeah,
that's a big bet. You on your fucking Tetris.
I shouldn't have did that. I thought she was shit. She cheated a little bit though. To be fair, she cheated. She cheated just a little bit.
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
The next question I have, because it was brought up before we started the podcast, right? You were going to the gym. Could she take you?
No. To this day, I'm still better.
Bro.
No, I'm still better.
Bro.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I go to the gym with her to make sure, you know, I have to make sure we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the best. You know.
That's how she's gonna get her 50 series card. She's gonna bet Tony to an arm wrestling match. So All
Ain't
In a
right.
no
second,
way.
We're gonna see his wife bust in and be like, "Oh,
Yeah, right. What'd you say? Just all right. Well, excited to have you, Tony. And yes, right now we are down to 3. We've got Scruffy, who is out on assignment on vacation. Bill, obviously. Just as kind of a heads up to everybody and kind of our normal listeners and all that kind of stuff. Bill, got an awesome job in his work schedule, so he's going to be on every other week, just so you guys know. So, kind of going forward, if you are like, hey, like Bill's there one week and then he's not there the other week, it's to make sure that we're able to accommodate and he's able to do all that kind of stuff. So he will be here every other week. And Scruffy will be back. And then actually, I think Tony, you're going on vacation next week too, right? So somebody
Next
comes back
week.
and Tony goes out. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, so super excited. We're gonna kick into everything. We've got a bunch of shit to talk about, games and everything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and move right into it. And normally we do like a big transition screen and have to go into here, but we're already here. We're already on the screen. So Enigma, I know that you've been playing a new game called it's Warhammer, it's Speed Freaks, right? I think that's Warhammer 40K.
Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks."
What
Yeah.
the fuck is
It's
this?
so if you ever played the old Twisted Metal game, right, from
Mhm.
back in like the early 2000s, early late 90s, or somewhere around there, right? This is essentially Twisted Metal with Warhammer with orcs, right? So you're playing these vehicles that are guns. You got rockets. Like you're watching me right now with a little dude kind of flying around on a rocket.
Holy shit.
It's just stupid fun, man. Like I cannot say more good things about this game. Like it's right now it's in open beta. I believe you can go and just get into it and try it out wherever you want to. I think they're going for a couple weeks. But yeah, it's literally just Twisted Metal with Warhammer 40K orcs. Um if you know Warhammer 40K and you know Warhammer 40K lore with orcs, they're
Mhm.
not the smartest race on the planet, right? So a lot of the you'll see like in the in the menus and everything like that, you'll see like crumped. That's the orc word for killed. I was crumped. I crumped somebody else. You'll see like the menus whenever you pop up to them. Like the menu for settings is like Tinkerins or something like that. Like
That's
Tinkerins,
cool. That's
right?
cool.
So stuff like that. So you've got very they've stayed very loyal to like the Warhammer 40K verse when it comes to like the orcs and everything like that, to the extent of like even the vehicles that you're driving around and everything like that, that's straight out of Warhammer 40K. Like these are the vehicles that they use in Warhammer 40K for the most part, right?
Mhm.
Like, so yeah, it's
And this is on
there's
multiplayer,
not
right?
a whole this is multiplayer. There's not a whole lot that I can really say about it other than it's just dumb fun. Like
It looks
again,
like it looks really good. I really
it's
enjoying the little orc, not orc, but the little goblin on the rocket though. That's
goblins are orcs. Yeah, in Warhammer 40K, anything with green skin is an orc. So
Gotcha.
goblins, orcs, all of them, they're all orcs. But yeah,
I
no,
may have to try
it's
this.
fucking hilarious, man. I love it.
So
The
it is
game
actually
modes, there's
fully out, by the way. It's
Is it?
it's
Oh,
it's
okay.
in early access, but it is free to play, fully playable right
that's
now.
dope.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really
Yeah.
dope. I thought that it
I'll
was
have
in
to try
beta.
that out.
Go check it out. Yeah, if it's
Yeah, I'm gonna have
free
to
to
try
play,
this out.
you can literally just go and download it off of Steam, and have a good time with it. So far, I think I played this for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, the other day.
Mhm.
And I was just cracking up the entire time. Granted, there's only 2 maps right now that I was able to play, at least, or 2 game modes, I should say. There's one that's like a defend the point, which is what I'm playing right now, and then there's one that's like a defend the mobile, like it's like a mobile point. You have to like move and take out to the mobile point and everything like that. So I'm hoping that they have more actual play styles and more like maps and everything like that. But even if they only have like a couple, I think it'll be a good time for just like, again, just stupid fun. Just load it up, waste 20 minutes, waste 30 minutes, go in,
Is-
kill a bunch of people, and you're good to go.
So are you only able to play as this one tank, or are there multiple different?
No,
vehicles and stuff?
there was, I believe there was six vehicles in this specific point where I was playing. There's a couple of them that you can unlock as well. Like there's one that's like a boat, like a full boat, like a war boat. I think you're actually seeing one right there. I was trying to shoot I'm a little behind on the on the video, but I was trying to shoot a rocket at the boat, and that's like your heavy hitter, like your heavy tank. This is like a
Okay.
light medium tank that I'm playing right now. You had
So
a
how many people per teams?
I don't know, man. Like I feel like there was like
It looked
15.
like 15 per team.
I feel like there was like 15. There might have been less. I just feel like there was a lot going on around me.
It
Like
looks
there's
like it.
constantly just like a lot going on around you. So I'm not entirely sure on that one. I do know that it did never feel like I was like not able to find like a battle. Like it felt like you were spawned in and you were able to get a whole, like straight into action for the most part. Um,
Nope.
but yeah, it's so far there was a couple different vehicles. There's like a light damage dealer that threw like Molotov cocktails. There's like a almost like a sniper that does like a single shot. There's a healer that throws like food, like meat at your orc guys,
That's fucking great.
and repairs
Wow.
the vehicles. And then
Oh,
there's these
man.
tanks. So but yeah, it was again, I can't say it enough. It's just stupid fun, except for right here when I get like
You
caught
get
right here.
Oh,
I was bitching right now. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yo.
I mean, you drove your fucking tank in between a ramp
I
and
did.
a hard place.
No,
What
I
you
did.
expect the fuck happened?
It looks like
I
an
was
an
Go ahead.
AV8 though. Yeah, it looks like AV8.
it
Like I
might
was
be.
just looking at
It
that.
might be. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, it felt like there was a lot more, but
Mhm.
that could have just been the fact that again, like they do
There's
a
so
really
much
job
shit
of, like,
going on.
putting you, yeah, like putting you in the map and putting you in the action. So
So
I'm
what I
sure
did
that
notice
it's close to
when
that.
you die, it shows the way it switches to that screen, and then it shows you who died, their orc and their actual, like, I guess it gives them a chance to showcase their vehicle
Yeah.
and what
Yep.
they've done and stuff like that. That's
And
actually really dope.
they have cosmetics. Obviously, it's a free to play game. That's how they're going to monetize. They have
Yep.
cosmetics. They have boosts. I think that it was what they had, like XP boosts and everything like that. I was looking through kind of all the cosmetics and the customization you can do right here. They've got paints. Obviously, they're gonna charge you for paints.
Do you
Uh,
so the some of that stuff that was on screen there is it only just cosmetic, or does that like actually improve your vehicle at all?
No, it's all cosmetic. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so,
no,
all
there's
right.
there's
So there's
nothing
no
you
pay
can
to
do
win.
that like adds. Yeah, there's
No pay to
nothing you
win.
can do that
Right.
that'll add like damage, extra damage, or anything like that. So I haven't seen anything at least that would cater to kind of that style of gameplay with the pay to win gameplay. The only thing that I could see that could be technically pay to win is you can buy scrap, I believe, which is used to, I think it's used to unlock like other vehicles and stuff. So it's
You,
on the border kind of.
so a couple things. One, I don't know about y'all, but like I grew up playing fucking Twisted Metal, man. Like
Yeah.
PlayStation
Same.
or PlayStation 2, PlayStation, like Sweet Tooth. Like, dude, I was excited, and even like with Twisted Metal Black, which is kind of arguably like one of the worst ones that was out there.
Yeah.
But not including, like, look, before fucking everybody goes ballistic on me, like, I understand that there were some GBA Twisted Metals that were not great and like all of that kind of crap, but like I'm talking about like
Yeah.
mainline hardcore console.
We're not even going to
Twisted
talk
Metal.
about the TV show that really, or the movie
Yeah.
that really.
Dude, I actually all right,
Hold on, hold on.
I don't mind on it, bro. It's not that
I
bad.
didn't mind Anthony Mackie and Twisted Metal. That was
Like,
actually pretty good.
It's
It's actually
okay.
pretty
I don't
good.
know.
It's not great,
And
but it's all right.
it got renewed for a second season. I'm okay
Oh
with this.
God.
It did. It did.
But dude, Twisted Metal is such an unserviced genre, in my opinion. Like that style, like I don't know, man.
Yeah, it
And
is. No, for
it's-
sure.
This looks fun. This looks fun as hell.
And we
Like,
we don't have, like, again, like you said, we don't have a lot of these style of games anymore. And again, they're not going to win like the most elaborate fucking award for game of the year,
No.
right? Like you're not going to see like best narrative out of fucking Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks, right? That's never going to happen. But it's just it's a stupid waste of time that's enjoyable, that's fun. It's a turn your brain off, go and act like an orc and say stupid shit like, oh, I got crunked, oh, or some shit
Mhm.
like that. Like,
right.
that's what these games are for. That's what Twisted Metal was for. I mean, there was a competitive scene for Twisted Metal. I'm sure there will be something like that on this if it gets popular enough. Which, it being free to play, I think I think it's got a good enough backbone to it that it could do really well as long as they don't go down a route of like pay to win or anything like that. However they do that, if they do that, I hope they don't do that. But
Yeah.
Well, you
if
got
they
you,
keep
you
it all
convinced me.
cosmetic, should be good. This is
Yeah.
just it's stupid fun. Go in there, try it out. Again, free to play on Steam. I believe it's on consoles as well. I'm not
I'm playing.
100% on that.
I'm playing this tomorrow. Thank
yeah, I
you.
don't know.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I'm gonna play this tomorrow.
Yeah, and there's Twitch drops going on for it right now as well. I mean,
There
look,
is,
dude,
yeah.
I'm gonna give it the game. Like, I'm not like I think a lot of people, especially because at the speed and brevity that Warhammer games come out, right? You'll have like Warhammer Inquisitor, Warhammer, like this. I mean, there's just like Games Workshop is not shy to fucking let their IP go and let people develop for it. But I will say that
Yeah.
a majority of the time, like they're pretty good. Man, they're bangers. Like they're pretty good. Like they don't miss.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And again, the biggest like when you're looking at Warhammer games in general, right? You're not thinking of just stupid fun, right? That's never something
Right.
that pops up when you think about Warhammer games. It's always Warhammer 40K, Total War Warhammer, like you said, like what was that top down one that was like
Inquisitor.
I was Inquisitor. Was it Inquisitor? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them that are out there as well that are like they're almost like strategy games as well and everything like that. So this is just and again it fits orcs so well, right? Like you're literally just dropping in there with chaos, just pushing out chaos, going in, blowing people up, killing people left and right, and having a good time. It just fits that narrative. It fits that race so well. It's
Like,
I think it's going to be a good time if you're a Warhammer 40K fan or a
And
Warhammer
a really
fan in
good
general.
plus is that it's free. That
Yeah.
this
It
is
is free.
That
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
that is a big big
As
thing.
long as they stay away from anything that's like a egregious microtransactions, I think this game will do really well. I'm hoping that it'll do really well. Always.
Here's like the last thing I'll say on it, and guys, because I was just interested. I wanted to see how many actual like Warhammer games there were, and like I'm not going through that entire list because it is fucking
Yeah, there's a
ridiculous
lot.
how many.
Yeah,
But like on Steam alone. But
Jesus.
like here's the thing that I will say is that literally if you have a genre that you like, card battlers, they have Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. If you like old school Doom style, like Quake style shooters or Wolfenstein, they got Warhammer Bolt Gun. Fucking phenomenal game, by the way.
Bolt Gun is
so good.
I have heard nothing but great things about Bolt
Never
Gun.
played that,
Just
but
a
I'm interested now.
It's great.
quick update. This is only on Steam. It's not on consoles. It looks like so.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, consoles you're not gonna be able to play it, but you got Steam. It's free to play.
And I've actually heard that they are doing a 2D fighter in the Warhammer universe, which I think would be kind of dope too. Like,
Interesting.
there's literally
that'd
like
be interesting. I don't know how they would do that.
the only thing that's sad is that the only thing that the one that did fail was the MMO, and that one wouldn't be. That's one that I would be. I tried a long time.
Fail. It didn't fail. It did well for itself. It's
it
just
came
it
out
went up
around the
against
time-
World of Warcraft.
yeah, I was gonna say, it came out with fucking
it
World
went
of
up against
Warcraft.
what are you gonna do at that point, right? There's nothing that you can do.
And it didn't go up against World of Warcraft like now. It went against World of Warcraft in
No,
its
it went
prime. Like
in its prime, like
Yeah.
when it released, like
Yeah.
shortly after, like within a month. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it's just
So-
terrible timing on their part. So
Yep. All right. Well, that was Warhammer Speed Freaks. You like I said, it's early access right now, free to play. Go get in there, have fun with it, and give it a shot. All right, we are now going to move over to what I have been playing, and actually, myself and Enigma jumped into this. Tony, I don't know if you have tried it or not, but it is Mecha Break. Mecha
I'm
Break.
really excited about this.
Dude, okay. I'm going to start off by saying if you are a fucking anime fan and you are a Gundam fan, this game is your shit. Like this is
Okay, so I need to play this.
Fan
I need to
and
play
fan.
this
So
then.
if you're a fan of fan service, this is a game
yeah,
for you.
yeah.
yes.
I mean, if you like tits, you like ass. Like
It's unfortunate that we have Sins footage because all you're gonna see is man ass.
Well,
if I had done
Okay, first off, I don't play female characters this time. I have to. It's not because I don't like. I have anything against female characters. I just prefer to like personify myself in a video game. And this dude looks just like me. He's ripped. He's got dreads.
Yeah.
He's just like
just
me.
like you. Yeah.
Just like you, it's crazy.
But in any case, Mecha Break. So this is a 6v6. Right? No. Yeah, 6v6. Am I 6v6? Yeah, 6v6, right?
I want to say 6v6. Yeah.
Whatever. It's an Overwatch style
Yeah,
game.
6. You got it right there on the corner.
6v6. So it's a hero style game where you have different mechs. Don't go as far as like Armored Core, because a lot of people saw this and was like, oh, like I can really customize my mech and stuff like that. You don't really have that. Like there are different mechs with different designs. I prefer a sniper style class. So it's like a heavy sniper that can like go up and hover in the air for a long time and has some decent mobility. And all of those kind of things. Enigma was playing like this like ground and pound, just like get on there on the ground and just like fucking like unloading.
It wasn't
No?
that. The grounding Stego is like he is a frontline fighter, but he's like a long range missile bombardment basically. So like he's just, one of his abilities is he just launches like dozens of fucking missiles in the air and they just hit anything that is targeted.
Yeah. Now you're about to see us now go into the screen you were seeing. For anybody that is not watching live, by the way, hey, we do this live. You should join the podcast on YouTube and or Twitch. But if you're not watching us live, you saw like our selection screen, but now you're seeing us like jump into the actual gameplay, and
nothing but man ass.
Yes, nothing but man ass. Again, very anime, very Gundam. Like this shit just screams just like fucking like Toonami, like Saturday morning anime Gundam. But
Gundam,
yeah. So like the objective is that you'll have a couple different maps with different like things. Like either you have to go in and capture points. You have a single life elimination game mode, and then there's one where like you have a payload push and all this other kind of stuff.
Is this anywhere close to like Armored Core in a way?
Okay, so yes, in the sense of like mobility, lock on, like that, and like mech, but that's about as close as I would get it. Like Armored Core can be very fast paced. This has a similar pacing to it, but it is. Armored Core is more like you really get to go in and like seriously customize your mech and like give weight, payloads, like weight differentials. You can really design a mech. You don't do that here. Like you pick your mech class and then you can outfit yourself with like
you can kind of customize
12,
it.
12 different attachments, but they're like internal things that'll give you like better thrust
like mods
boost.
that give you like better energy generation, better like missile defense, energy defense, stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's not like it's not like full customization like you get with Armored Core.
That is cool. I like that. When you died just now, it switches to a screen where he ejects. That's dope.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yep. And then now you're getting launched back in. So now you're like coming back into the map. And so you are cloaked so people can't tell where you're at. You can deploy, and now you're going back into the game and whatever else. So every character has different features, right?
I gotta try this.
This guy's a sniper class.
really
There's
fun.
one that like that I'm going up against here called a Falcon, which is like he turns into a starship, or I think that may be Strider, but he turns into like a starship. Can like really like if you like Jetstream or Starscream from fucking Transformers, that's who he is. There's another guy that like gets all up in your face and just fucking like this guy right here.
Welkin,
Panther. They all have these different abilities. And they really just like go to town. Like this guy locked me in a corner and I basically got fucked because he has like a lance ability.
That is one of the most annoying. Like I'm hoping that they change that a little bit in the like the full release. Is just like getting completely stun locked in a corner by the Welkin or the fucking Panther is just, it feels bad.
But all in all, like the game it's a lot of fun. Again, it's free to play. There's quite a bit of no, I don't think this was the one that has a lot of currency. The next game we're going to talk about has quite a bit of currency, but I will say that like I don't know how they're going to necessarily monetize, whether it is going to just be skins or whatever else, because the only problem I do see with this is like at a certain point, I am like, all right, I'm playing it because the game is fun, but like there's no real reason I feel to like keep pushing myself to keep playing it, because like I'm not unlocking a whole bunch of crazy shit, right? Like eventually I'm going to get my mech to where I'm happy with it and I'm good. Like I don't want to keep adding parts and pieces to it. So that loop, like then you're just getting paints. Like that's all you're getting is it's like paint job paints for it. But I don't know, man. I mean, the game is fucking fun. I had a blast with it. Like it's definitely a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun with it personally. Even after we were playing with Pika, I was I loaded it up the next day and the next day after that and was just kind of playing solo. I
Yeah.
enjoy it, man. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yet another game I have to play. It being, especially being free to play, I have to try to share. This is going to be.
You're
another
gonna
game
find
tomorrow.
being on the podcast that's gonna happen. You're gonna be like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
I gotta play that game.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen tomorrow. So
This one
yeah.
is in but so just so you know, this is it's in beta right now, or you have to get access to it. You should be able to request
Yeah.
access and I think get in. I don't know when they're gonna cut it off. But this is kind of like a playtest beta. So if you don't get in right now, don't freak out. Like they're gonna have another one, and the game honestly is pretty well polished. Like I didn't have anything that stood out to me to being like, hey, I don't think that they couldn't launch this, here soon.
I didn't have any huge issues. I don't think that we had too many connection issues.
No.
We had a couple of issues with like people that were dropping that we had. Or wait, no, that was. I think I'm thinking of Marvel Rivals on that one. Never mind. I don't think we had too many issues, honestly.
No.
Like so far, like it was actually pretty polished, honestly. I do know that they're like right now the only thing that we had to play was the PvP mode. I do know that they've mentioned that they are going to have a PvE mode in the game as well.
Yep.
So that could bring a little bit more of the Armored Core vibes if that's something that you're looking for. I don't know how. I've never played Armored Core. I've just watched people play.
You really
Armored
should.
Core, so I
It's
don't
fucking
know.
good.
You should.
I should. I think
really
it would
good.
be one of those games that I would thoroughly enjoy. I do love MechWarrior games. I do love MechWarrior Online. I played the shit out of MechWarrior Online. So
Okay.
that's why I'm so stoked about this one, honestly.
So they're bringing the beta
definitely
down
play
on the
this.
9th, but then they're coming it back up on the 10th by what Pika is saying in chat. So
Okay.
so you have,
Nice.
I don't know, it's going down for a day and then coming right back. They're also bringing out a large, I think it's a 32, like it's like a PvPvE and it's like a large scale battle mode as well, which is to me gonna be fucking nuts because I can't imagine 32
that's gonna be
fucking
crazy,
mechs
dude.
on a
32 of these
like,
fuckers.
yeah, it's insane. But
32 is gonna be wild. That's crazy.
Do they even have enough mechs for 32 versus 32?
I don't know. I don't know.
How are they gonna do?
that's-
Are you gonna have like no lock on the mechs? You're just gonna have like 16 fucking Aquilas? That's gonna be bullshit, bro.
I don't know, but that's another the other mode I know that they're talking about. But all in all, I mean, the game is fun. I do wish that they did allow you to change your mech. So just so you get, when you get into
in the
game,
middle of a match,
you cannot change your mech. Like you are locked into that
Yeah.
mech for that round until you get out. So
I
you can kind
I
of
think that
fuck
was my only
yourself.
complaint as well. Yeah.
If you get into a situation like, for instance, here, this team, for whatever reason, just left me alone. And so once they did that, they had no way to deal with me as a like sniper. So I'm just like fucking shit up left and right. And because they couldn't switch, they're like, oh, so like if you choose all ground and pound, and you got a guy up in the air, you're not gonna be able to really do anything. Like,
so not like some Overwatch shit where you're able to actually swap characters to deal with other
unfortunately
characters.
not at the moment. I'm hoping that they change that in like the next beta or upcoming. Like you need to have the ability to change just because like he said, like you go in, you get fucked up, you're just like, oh well, I'm
it brings a form of strategy to the game if you're playing with a full group. Whatever you pick going in, you need to make sure that you have a varying amount of different mechs on a squad to deal with the problem. I get where if they don't change it, I understand that, but if they do, it's like some Overwatch stuff where you can actually change according to who you're dealing with. So
on top of that, they lock, at least in the mode that we play, they lock like they you can only have one of each type. So like you can only have one Aquila, you can only have one Stego, right? So like that's it. It does suck, but I do agree with you on that part. It is a very tactical decision on like you need to look at what kind of a team comp you have before you select your own your own mech, and then base your decisions off of that, not just
but there's a lot of a lot of griefing because like there was times where like the guy picked my sniper and sucked with them and refused to and so it's just like, all right, now I'm forced out. Maybe they add like something where like you have to, in the game you can you acquire kills, get you points, and then you can spend those points to, I don't know, there's other ways to do it, but that's the only real gripe that I have with it. Other than that, the game is fucking fun. Like it is a blast to play.
My only option, or my only other thing, is like something that you said when we were playing. I didn't agree with you at that point when you had said it. It's like I do kind of wish that you had at least a little bit of a shift in how you could like customize your mech with weapons. Like I wish that you could change to a different sniper on the Aquila, like something with a little like a little bit less of a like more of a ballistic rather than an electric, or
Right.
like the
Hmm.
Stego. I wish that you could have like anti-personnel mines or like anti-personnel, you know, anti-armor missiles, whatever. I wish there was a little bit more customization with it. I didn't at the point that you were kind of talking about it, but I do kind of see that now that I've played a little bit. I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice to have a little bit more customization, a little bit more
You know
variance.
why they're gonna do it is because they're gonna allow for different, like, so there'll be an Aquila version. They'll have like a ballistic sniper, right? So that way they can
Yeah,
build more characters and whatever else, and say, hey, like take the ballistic sniper versus this. Which, okay, I'm
yeah,
fine with there, as long as you're giving multiple options for people to play. I'm okay. So,
for sure.
Okay.
but yeah, all in all, again, great game,
Other than
free to
that,
play.
great
Yep.
game. Yeah, really
Go,
fun.
you
I
can
had
go
had a blast
post
with it.
access.
Gotta try this next year.
Yep.
Mm.
All right, well, let's keep the ball rolling. The next game that I played was another free-to-play game. And bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, free-to-play games fucking that are coming out from like out of left
They're
field
killing
are,
it. They're
are
killing
fucking
it,
just
man.
crushing right now. Marvel Rivals, fucking Frag Punk, yeah, you know, you got that Speed Freaks. It's crazy. So this game came out of left field for me. And it is called Delta Force Hawk Ops. And if so, Delta Force has been a genre game that has been a series that's been out for a long time, since like I think what did we check, like 2008, I think, or something like that, or 2005
2004
or
I think,
3.
is what
Wow.
we had said. Yeah,
Yeah, so this name has been out for a long time. Like you had Rainbow Six, and then you had like Delta Force, right? Like that was kind
Yeah.
of like the thing. And if you're watching it, no, you are not seeing Battlefield. No, it's not Battlefield 2042. Though I'm gonna tell you right
Looks
now,
comparable.
right? Like the little icons that pop up when you kill somebody, that's straight out of fucking Battlefield. Like
looks
you
comparable.
when you go to the operator skin, like the operator's fucking, it's straight out of Battlefield. Like the game, like it's Battlefield. Like I'm gonna call it. Like this game is Battlefield, but this is the Battlefield that I actually really wanted for 2042. It feels really good. The shooting mechanic in it is really fun. It feels, if you played Battlefield 3 and 4, which are kind of known as being like some of the best battlefields that are out there, this is what this feels like. Like it feels like a
Yeah.
3 or 4 Battlefield. You know,
I got like big Battlefield 1 vibes off it as well. Like it does it kind of has that feel to it with like the Desert Storm kind of stuff going on too. So
yeah.
Just
But I mean,
dope.
even just this, like if you were to see this,
Yeah.
you would be like, oh, this is just Battlefield. It's a new map.
2042. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, even when the screen just went all the way out to where
yeah,
you choose your points.
zooms
Yeah,
out,
it's
zooms back
Battlefield.
in. They have, so the modes that they have here are 32 versus 32. Like basically rush. So you are on defense and you're defending to set like 2 points, and then it pushes back, or you're on a wow, I couldn't have picked like a worse clip. Like this is literally the one time that I just went fucking trash. Like I shredded in a few of these matches, but
Sure
yes.
you did.
So
Right.
I had like 68 kills one game. Fuck off.
Uh-huh.
So and then they
Picture
also
didn't happen,
they
bro.
also have a ranked mode for that, which is pretty dope. So if you are into ranked, you can do that. They have a campaign mode. You know, if you care about campaign, and then they actually have a Tarkov mode. It's called tactical insertion or extraction. I forgot the name of it, but I think, let me go. I want to get to the footage here so you guys can see. So here is the actual the actual EFT mode. So now if you were to see what's on screen, you'd be like, oh, well, he's playing fucking he's playing fucking EFT. Because you have a mode that you go in, you drop in with a limited amount of supplies, you basically kill, do missions, get out, right? And whatever you get out with is the loot that you're gonna keep, and whatever if you die, your loot's gone. So they have the 3 different modes. And what I'll say is, like, this mode particularly, because the biggest question that gets asked is, hey, is this going to destroy Tarkov? No, absolutely not. Like, people are not gonna stop playing Tarkov to play this.
Tarkov's going to destroy Tarkov.
Yeah.
Or this destroys Tarkov.
I do think that this is something that if you were like, oh, I really like DMZ for whatever fucking reason, you like Call of Duty DMZ, this I think could pull you away from that. If you like Arena Breakout, this could pull you away from that, because it does play very well. It feels very good, because it is a mixture of not as tactical as Tarkov, not as arcadey as Call of Duty, kind of right in the middle, and it plays and feels very well. And again, if you played Call of Duty and Warzone, what does this look like? A fucking Warzone, like so yeah.
They took aspects from every game and put it in this. I'm noticing,
Yeah.
and little callbacks to every. Well, I wouldn't say callbacks, but just little things. I see a little Call of Duty, a little Tarkov, little Battlefield. So
Right.
yeah, this is so cool.
But it feels good. It like that's the biggest thing is that the gunplay actually feels good. If I had to choose one, because I'm not a big extraction, I'm kind of over extraction shooters to be 100% honest. Like it's so saturated, in my opinion.
I've been over him for a long time. Yeah,
Yeah,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah.
I would play. If it was between like DMZ, Tarkov, and this, I would much rather play this all day long. Now my choice is Gray Zone Warfare if I had to choose an extraction shooter, but like in that those three, this is where I would go. Like it just, again, they made things simplistic enough for people to get in and play it and enjoy it, but complicated enough like if you want to go like deep with like calibration, you can get in there and like really calibrate your attachments, and change like the weight distribution and all that kind of stuff if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. And the game just feels good. Like it plays good, it feels good. So again, this is also I actually don't think you can get the drops anymore into this or get invited in. I think you had to have gotten invited already. You might still be able to request it. I don't know.
You can still request it. I just don't know. So what happened was they had drops on Twitch, but like the recent games that have come out, like Marvel Rivals, they only had like 80,000 keys or something like that, and those went away like that, right? Like they were gone.
Yeah, those
the first 20
didn't
minutes.
last long. Yeah, they didn't last long at all.
So I do believe you can still like request access on Steam, whether you get in or not. I got in last night, but I've been requested since like back in like fucking last year or sometime. So
damn,
that's or not last year, like a couple months ago. I think they opened up requests for it, but I've known about this since last year. But yeah, I didn't get into it like until last night. So it's the keys are hard to get. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean I don't know, man. It's fun. This is actually to testament to again all of our kind of existing listeners. You know that like Enigma, this is not Enigma. Like Enigma does not like these types of shooters. He's just not that person. I actually think that this would be like the extraction style would be.
Yeah, I was about to say the extraction shooter. Yeah,
like
I'm open to the Battlefield. The extraction shooter is the one that I'm a little iffy about, but the Battlefield does look fun.
I think you'd actually have a good time with this, with the extraction.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would. It's not as nitty gritty as what's called as Tarkov is.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be something that I would enjoy. I mean, I know that you were saying last night that it was like you didn't feel threatened at all while you were in that
I played today.
point.
I played today with my son. That changed. I don't
Okay.
know what happened. Maybe it was I was playing too late. That
you were playing too late and all the sweat's
completely.
already, you had to go to bed.
Yeah, like it was. I felt threatened the moment I dropped in. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Tony, do you play Tarkov? I know you play COD. I've seen you play COD.
I've tried Tarkov. It's without someone else to play with. Tarkov is I'd be wanting to strangle. That game is upsetting. So I just decided not to. Tarkov it's not bad at all. I actually liked it, but without someone else to play with or a group, I don't play it. I don't touch it. So
I mean, I think I would be interested for you to try this because again, you do play COD. I'm assuming you've played DMZ on COD.
Yes, I play DMZ, play Warzone, all of it. So,
I'd be interested to see kind of your thoughts there because, on how you like this. So hopefully you do get in. If you do, definitely play it and let us know because I would love to know what it's
Listen, I already requested access for this. The last game you was talking about.
Tony's like, listen, bro, I only got enough fucking time in my day for one fucking video game. Y'all just dropped 3 in my lap.
You really did just drop 3 games in my lap already. So I've already done requested access for a couple of games now. I'm here for it. And you caught me when you said free 99.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, we've talked a lot about the games that we've been playing. I'm going to turn it over to you to talk a little bit about some of the games that you've been playing. And I know that we did spend some time, Enigma and the crew a couple weeks ago talking about the First Ascendant. But when I tell you that this man mainlines the shit out of this fucking game, I'm telling you this man mainlines the shit out of this fucking game. And
I haven't been playing a lot of it. Yeah.
he enjoys the First Descendant, and actually the First Descendant had a new drop or new content kind of come out with the Luna update, correct?
Yeah, so the new character that's in the First Descendant now is Luna. She's a sound-based character, another non-attribute character that they've dropped, even though I would really appreciate if they actually dropped a character that had some ice or poison. But you know, the beggars can't be choosers. Luna puts out like this big field. I wish I kind of got some footage of that, but Luna puts out a field like Bunny, but it's really she's a buffer. She's a buffer character. They made some changes to see y'all remember when Destiny first came out and they had a loot cave for Destiny. They also got like stuff like this where you can actually just do runs to actually like load up on gold, Kuiper shards, stuff like that to actually increase.
Yeah.
It's a loop. Any MMO or any game that's like this, you need a loop, but the loop has to be fun. You feel what I'm saying? And I actually really enjoyed the First Descendant so much so they're gonna throw a little money at it. You know?
Oh
just a
no!
little bit. They got me. They got me just a little bit. I threw a little money at it.
We got another whale on the fucking podcast now.
I need somebody else to take the reins, bro. I can't do this by myself.
Nah, bro, they got me a little bit.
Did you buy all the fucking the cosmetics for Celine or Serene or whatever her name is in Bunny?
Nah, I didn't buy nothing. I wasn't one of the bunny guys. I wasn't an ass man. So you know, I didn't do it. But you know, with the update, right? So there's a normal mode for what they really did well with this, right? Is the fact that when you fight the Colossus has that kind of Monster Hunter feel where you're grabbing onto the enemy, you're destroying parts off the enemy, et cetera, et cetera. I actually really enjoyed that. So with that being said, they updated a new Colossus on the hard mode. There's one new Colossus added. Luna as well. They made some updates to some guns. They've also made updates to the UI system to make sure that you're able you're able to make changes to just certain things with the guns, the mods, etc.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. The UI looks like someone vomited on my screen. Like it's just,
and they're getting better. It is a lot. Like it is a lot to take in, and a lot of shit they don't explain to you. It took the community to get together for a lot of people in YouTube for people to understand what the do's and don'ts, the number system for how the DPS is. Like you can see the numbers on the guns and stuff like that for the DPS. It's not accurate. So you have to actually go into it. It's not. And they fixed that as well. These are little things that I can appreciate. But what is it? Nexon? I believe it's Nexon, right? I never knew much about Nexon until, after.
Oh, we know a lot.
You know what pissed me off? I put some money in the game, and then somebody came to me and was like, Nexon is greedy, right? They just fucked you over.
Oh,
it's like,
bro, they are so greedy.
Why did you tell me that after I threw the money into it? So now I'm not stuck, but I really enjoy this game. Like the loop is fun for me. It's one of those games where I could jump into, get my character where I want to. And the thing is, right? You don't have to put money into the game. It is a grind to where you can actually get the parts. Now, what I will say, however, sometimes I feel like that percentage on certain parts that you need is bullshit. I will say that much.
That's what Nexon got in trouble for in Maple Story.
It's a little. The thing you need to know about Nexon is that they probably have an instance of that. There was a fucking, we reported on it like last year at some point. There was a shift that some of these Chinese and Eastern companies were doing where they would actually give people that paid more money better drop rates than people that didn't.
Wow. That's
right.
low. That's low
you
ball
might
right
be
there.
running into that, bro.
Yeah, because it's just weird. Like, say you get a 30% drop rate, and you do a mission like 5 times, and it's still ain't drop. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
There's an easy way to see if it's that. You just need to pay more money, Tony. Just give them more money, Tony. Why not, Tony? Come on, brother.
Hell no. Ain't no way. But I mean, honestly, I've enjoyed it for what it is. Playing with friends. I have a lot of friends that's into the game as well. I'm excited to see what else that they bring to the table, anything else that they fix. One thing I will say about Nexon is the little gripes that they have, like the community they have done their due diligence to fix. I will say that much at least. Any issues that's been going on, like stuff, people not getting their drops, people not getting them, like certain modules, stuff like that on like, because when you first go in, it is a lot of information to just drop on you.
It is. That was one of the biggest
information.
When I first started playing, I haven't put as much. I haven't put anywhere near as fucking many hours as you have. I think you've got like 60 or some odd hours into it right now, right? Or was it 30? I can't remember how much it was. Whatever it was, I think I've got 6 right now. Yeah, I think I've got 6 or 7 right now. So
let me see.
But like getting into the game, I was just like, dude, there was just so much going on right now. Like
122.
I can't deal. Oh my god, dude.
Fuck, has the game been out that long? Has it had that many hours?
Yo, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down. It was so good. I was enjoying myself. I just couldn't stop.
But yeah, getting into it when I originally got into it, I was just like, there is so much. They throw so much at you, and I'm just like,
they do.
I was in like overload, like information overload. I was just like, I can't. I had to like log off after 30 minutes of playing the game. I was like, I can't do this.
It took me a little bit of time to get out of them 122 hours. I would say about maybe 20 or 30 of them before I actually understood what the fuck I was doing. I was just like, okay. And the thing is about that, right? The game doesn't truly really start until you get all of your like you get to the cap. Well, you end the game and then you get to level 100.
Yeah,
so now all of your drops. Yeah, it's a typical shit.
Standard.
So standard stuff where you're dropping items that you don't need at the very beginning and then just waiting it out, putting on the best item until you get it to the best item for the job at that time. When you get to the end game, now it's more about crafting your mods, making sure you could do the best amount of damage, making sure you could do this.
We've got
a nice loop.
We've got a guy that's been kind of in our community for a long time named Crow Templar. He's probably put more hours into you than this. Or into this than you. He's got a lot of fucking hours. He has like min-maxed his. I think I'm butchering her name. Is it Serene or Selly, the ice chick? I can't remember. I can never.
Viessa.
That's it. Viessa. Why?
Yeah.
I main her. I don't know why I fucking remember that. Yeah, he mainlines Viessa, and he has his build as like her alt, the Blizzard. He has it down to like 2-second cooldown.
So okay, I do have a question before because and then we can move on to your other game too. So this has been my chief complaint with this game, which is we've been sitting here talking about this for a couple minutes, and all I have seen you fucking do is run around this this damn circle, shooting and doing. That's it.
I am copper and gold farming right now. There's a difference. This is the quickest way to get what I need instead of having to do missions. I have found a quick gold and Kuiper farm. Right now, what you're seeing is me and my buddy. He's using Volbeat, like the slip and slide chick that's dropping all the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the girl gets all wet. I got it.
Yeah, she gets wet. You know what I'm saying? But she's dropping. She's basically going around in circles, killing the enemies. Bunny's doing the same thing, and we're Kuiper and gold farming right now. This is like a 30 to 20 minute farm. It gives you everything that you need in terms of what like I said, the materials you need, and then you move on. Right now, for me, in this part of the game, I have other things to do, but I'm trying to build up my character, and then to do that, you need the golden Kuiper. Other than that, there's like you kind of once you get the end game, this is what you're doing, or you can go back and help other people. I've been helping other people level as well, because what I will say about this game is no matter if you go back to old content or do the very beginning content, like very level 1, level 2 shit, they're still dropping items that you may need later. So I can appreciate that, because when you get in certain games, once you get to a certain level, everybody in here knows how it sucks to go back and help your friend in an MMO. Everybody doesn't want to do it. Like, come on, let's be real.
Well, hold up. Does this game have dungeons? Because if it doesn't have dungeons, it's not an MMO, according to.
I never called this a fucking MMO.
Technically, they are called dungeons. The little.
There you go. It's an MMO then.
technically they are called dungeons. The missions that you do, they're technically called dungeons at the end. So it's one of those things. It's a load of fun for me, especially with friends. I've been enjoying myself. I like the loop. There's a lot of MMOs or games that have a loop that's not fun, but this loop has been enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I've played
So
and dumped a shit ton of money in Diablo, and that game's not fun. So
Oh shit!
I get it, man.
Oh man.
But okay, well, there you go. That's the first Descendant. Like I said, Tony mainlines the shit out of it. So a lot of times you're gonna go, he's probably gonna be playing this game, but he plays a lot of. But he's been
I
playing
play a lot of titles.
the fuck out of the first Descendant. All right, so Tony, you also been playing Helldivers 2, and this just got a new update, yeah?
Yes, it did. So this new update, I can't tell you like exactly what has been changed, but what I can tell you from the very last time that I've played, they've added in the airburst rocket launcher, the commando rockets. A lot of the stratagems have been either nerfed to the ground where it's dog shit, or the stratagems have been upgraded to where these shits hurt now. So basically, what I can appreciate about Helldivers and the developers, they don't want stratagems just sitting there not used. They rather, stratagems be used all throughout the game. So certain ones will get nerfs, like these anti-tank mines that you see on screen right now. Those are pretty bad from my experience. They don't do shit.
Just because I've played a lot of the newer updates when it came down to some of this stuff. Those anti-personnel or those anti-tank mines, they had to force us to take those. Like
they had to force you guys to take
them. Okay, so the way that they add in some of these stratagems, right, is we have a weekly like global Helldiver difficulty or Helldiver I can't remember what they call them.
Right?
They're like weekly missions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, weekly missions or whatever, We have had missions for these anti-tank mines, like 3 different. The war bonds are their microtransactions.
All right, well,
stuff,
fuck me.
yeah.
I'm just gonna stop.
We have had weekly missions in a lot of cases for these anti-tank mines. One of them we had to choose between anti-tank mines or freeing or going to a world that was being taken over by I think bugs, and it was we were saving orphans. So who's going to be the asshole that's like the orphans? Fuck the orphans. We want the anti-tank mines, right? We went and fucking saved the orphans.
I would. I would. I'd take the mines.
Of course he would. Yeah.
I would do it. Well,
oh man.
Funny enough about this is that the game is getting review bombed for the exact thing you just said, which is people are pissed that they nerfed the fucking weapons.
Yeah,
they have.
That's
for
one of the
somebody
biggest
who
issues
hasn't played though, like for somebody who's coming back to the game, it doesn't bother me very much. But if you base your kit or you had a certain way you always drop, and somebody came along and said, "Fuck that, you're no longer using that because it's dog shit now. It's not going to do anything."
So in some instances, yes, but in also like being there and playing the entire time, I've been through nerfs and nerfs and nerfs. Like when it first released, it was nothing but nerfs, right? That was one of the biggest complaints from the community for the longest time, is like every fucking patch was nothing but fucking nerfs, right? We had our main weapons were getting nerfed. The anti-material rifle got nerfed, which that was at that time when the anti-material rifle got nerfed. That was our only way of taking out reliably, like Bile Titans and Chargers and fucking Hulks and everything like that. That was our only way of doing that reliably. Otherwise, we had to bring in the rocket launcher, right? So that's kind of what's coming into play right now. Is like they did a big update or they did a patch notes about 2 or 3 updates ago, right? Where they were like, hey, we're not doing any nerfs, and they did reliably, like successfully. That entire patch was nothing but buffs across the fucking board. Everybody was like, this, we love it. That, that meme where it's like everybody loved that or everybody liked that or whatever. That was the entire Helldiver community, right? So them going back and doing more nerfs on stuff that they had buffed previously just kind of, I think it's kind of rubbing the remaining player base, which isn't a lot. Helldivers is in a pretty rough state right now with players. I think that they've got a pretty decent influx with this update.
They
But,
need to bring out this new faction. It needs
They
to
do.
happen.
Yeah.
If
They
they
do.
bring out the
I
new
don't know why they
faction-
haven't brought it out yet.
I don't know either, but if this is what I've been waiting for to come back to the game, because
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. Playing with randoms, I don't know if the randoms have gotten better.
No, they
Maybe
haven't.
you
They've
could
gotten
say
worse.
they haven't.
Not
See what I'm
once.
saying?
No.
Without playing with my friends, I don't want to play this game because
yeah.
like it's either you're dealing with dipshits or you like it's just bad, bro. So I was just like, all right,
You're
cool.
either dealing with dipshits or you're dealing with Commando, Cody over in the corner that doesn't want to do what everybody else is doing.
Bro, it's really bad. So because you imagine once you go past, I think hard difficulty and you get into Impossible and Hell Dive and all these other if you don't have a competent
Yeah, if
team,
you don't have
you're not
teamwork,
passing this.
it's impossible.
It's
And
impossible.
on top of that, with this update, they added a level 10, so they added an entirely
did.
new difficulty rating.
They
So-
did, and it's even worse, bro. I've seen if you put that difficulty on and fight the automatons, there's no way.
Yeah,
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. There's
automatons are
absolutely no way.
ridiculous, but
So
yeah,
like the update for me, which was new to me, and it might not be new as the update. There's
no, it
a
is. It's
lot-
brand new.
there's-
Yeah,
Okay,
It-
I'm
it
talking
just
about
came
the
out.
enemies though. Certain enemies
Yeah,
that
no,
I
they-
haven't
there's-
seen
there's-
before.
depending on which enemies. Yeah, like
Okay.
they've added in like the new update was the new like pinchers or tentacles that come up out of the ground. when you're doing
Bro, that shit is horrible.
Yeah.
You hear me? So for anybody that hasn't played this game yet, if you play the update, I think you have to be on difficulty 7 to get
Yeah, you
to the tentacle monsters. The tentacle monsters are basically chargers that burrow their arms into the dirt and lift their ass up in the air and shake their booties while these
Hey,
tentacles come
yo.
out.
All
I'm
right.
dead serious.
All
That's
right.
exactly what
I'm
it is.
back. I'm coming back.
And these motherfucking things come down and just slap. They just slap you. They don't. What I can appreciate though is they don't damage you, but they jostle you around. It's like
Yeah,
slapping you around and stuff. But
Booty in
if
the air,
you
jostling me around. What? Right.
if you get slapped though, and there's other enemies crawling across the ground, you're dead. You might as well go ahead and wrap that up. Stick a fork in you, you're done. But the game is, for me, is still enjoyable. I personally can't play too much because it's like sensory overload.
Yeah.
Like the amount of shit that's going on at a time. Like I don't really even have time to read chat sometimes. But I enjoy the loop. It's a good game. That update with the Terminids, and then there's another update with the automatons, the AT-AT, and the flying. There's flying gunships now.
flying ships.
That
Yeah.
that just shoot at you, and it's just it's a fun time. The game is good. I can't speak highly enough about Helldivers, but they need to bring in the next faction before. Because if it's getting review bombed, eventually people just gonna be like, you know what, I don't want to play this
nerfing
no more.
shit. This is not a competitive game. Like it's co-op.
That's-
It's not.
That's
It's not.
that's the biggest complaint that a lot of people have is it's like the reason for them nerfing it is like the game is already hard enough. Like
It is hard.
you're essentially just fucking us over for no apparent reason other than to just make the game even harder. We don't need it to be any more harder. It's already fucking hard enough. Like we
It is very fucking hard. Depending, like I don't think you should be able to do difficulties above 7 and above. If you don't have a full team that's talking, you might as well go ahead and it's a wrap. It's over. You're not going to pass that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's enjoyable.
Helldivers 2, the update came out on the 6th. Just so you guys know, so you guys can go and experience that. All right, moving on, man. We played a lot of games. This is a big game, guys. But we're on to our last one before we move into the news. But we got some news with this one, and this is actually Tony specifically heard about this and actually went out and played it just for us and for the show and for you guys. So damn it, Pre-Patch Podcast, you better appreciate this shit. Tony
Indeed.
went and played on the PTB, played some DBD. That was a lot of acronyms. So played
Mhm.
DBD
played the public test beta
for the PPP.
for the of Dead by Daylight, and you're actually seeing Castlevania. So you're seeing Dracula. They collabed with Dracula.
The Dark
Lord,
Lord.
Yeah. And is that his name, Dark Lord? He's not called Dracula because
So,
obviously.
so they call him the Dark Lord, and then in the little snippet below him, they call him Dracula.
Dracula?
But they still
Okay.
call Belmont. Trevor
Belmont.
Belmont is in the game
Okay.
as well as a
So-
survivor.
So as also are like, I mean, I've played some DBD, but again, you are like, you are the DBD person. Okay, talk to us about it. Like, what do you think? Like, how did does this collab? Is it good, bad?
So honestly, I didn't know going into it what to expect. The PTB, it takes a long time if you're gonna try the PTB now, it takes a very long time to actually boot up as Dracula. So what I did was I just played as a survivor first, so I could at least see Dracula while I'm running away from him, etc. But you can play as him. It's just going to take a while to actually play Dracula in this game. Say again.
Is that just because of how many people are trying to play him? Or
Yeah, it's how many people are trying to
playing
play him in the PTB. Like when it comes to any PTB, the killer is always what's hot, what's now. Everybody wants to play the killers, etc. It's the same thing when Chucky was released. With this, however, I have to say Dracula in this game, they did well with his character design. I actually like what I'm seeing with that. It reminds me of the old school Dracula. If you actually ever get chased by him, the music that's played while you're chased, it reminds you of that old style Castlevania symphony. The organ music especially. And it's dope. I actually really, when I first got chased by him for the first time, I was like, holy shit, he's fucking scary. It's scary to be chased by him. What? Because this man can morph into a wolf. He can morph into a bat.
That's cool. So they went with like original Dracula,
right? And
rather than like
things about
Hollywood
him,
Dracula.
Exactly. The things about they did the Symphony of the Night Dracula. The things
That's
about
dope.
him, however, though, right, is in his base form, he's able to cast Hellfire. If you've ever played DBD before, his Hellfire ability is basically like Pyramid Head. Now Pyramid Head slashes the ground, that little shit comes up all over the ground, and then his base form is like a Pyramid Head. His wolf form is comparable to Victor with the pounce, the lunges, and then the bat form is comparable to Spirit. When you're in bat form, you can't see survivors, but you can see the scratch marks on the ground. I got into
no clue what any of that means, but
it's all right.
It's DBD.
Yeah, it's DBD. If you know, you know.
Just smile and nod, bro. Smile and nod.
Just smile and wave, boys. But he has a lot of features that's actually pretty good. If you get good with him, I could see him being a problem later on. But it was enjoyable for what it is. I just wanted to try it out, especially due to the fact that there is a 2v8 mode. I don't know if you guys already discussed that in the prior.
I think so.
Okay, so a couple of maybe last week they released. It was either last week or the week before last. They released a 2v8 mode in DBD. This 2v8 mode means you have 2 killers and you have 8 survivors. With the 2 killers, because they're trying to balance everything, the new killers are not allowed in the game. So the original killers, Trapper, the Huntress, the Trapper, the Huntress, I believe Billy. I believe Billy. Demon. No, the one with the chainsaw, Billy, not Bubba. Yeah, those are the ones. It's like 4 killers that they're allowing to be in this 2v8 mode. 2v8 mode is base power. They don't let you use all of the perks, which is a plus. There's base perks that's for that specific game mode, and it's a lot of fun. The 2v8 mode for me was a lot of fun just because imagine you get 8 people that you know and you jump into this mode and it's just fucking chaos. It's just so much shit going on.
Who is Niata-san? Is that who you play with? You were playing that with? Bro,
yes, that one day.
Enjoy that shit way too much, man.
Yo, it was crazy. It was insane. But here you see us playing as Dracula and the Hellfire thing. You could shapeshift from forms. As you see, I'm about to probably shapeshift into the wolf form. And he does a pounce. If you're in the wolf form, you actually can pick up like scent seeds. scent seeds to actually move faster. You can see scratch marks better. You can see blood pools on the ground better. What I loved about Dracula in this, his Mori is fucking incredible. Where if you like, Sin, you know what the Mori is.
Yeah,
You kill
yeah,
them when
yeah.
they on the ground. This Mori that he does is basically slashing your throat, taking out a wine glass, and then you
Oh, so
like
it's like
basically putting it up under your neck and just drinking your blood and
Yeah,
letting
like
you
an
that's
bleed out.
execution.
That's
Yeah, it's
dope.
an execution, and it's phenomenal.
That's
I
pretty
love
cool.
it. This is the Hellfire that you see. This was a perk that I had on that allowed me to do this.
So
It's just
that
gonna,
thing is just going off. It's following them.
and it's it's around me. It's around me. So as long as I'm moving around, it's just coming up out of the ground. But I believe that this character that they added to the game is really nice. My only issue with DBD, right? It's not as casual friendly as it used to be. And the reason I say that is with the perks, the amount of killers, the amount of survivors, there's just a lot of information to take in now.
Intense.
It's a lot. It's so much. And I've tried to tell people, like, playing the games like TCM or Killer Clowns, it's easier to get into as a new player compared to trying to play DBD, because right now there's 37 killers. 37.
That's what I was going to ask. Is that just because of it's been around for so long, you think, or is that just because the community has kind of pushed out the new players and it's all the sweats basically?
I wouldn't say the community has pushed out the new players, but any game that has tried to compete with DBD, they can't.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say, is because like I know that their community is rabid. Like when it comes to like other new games that are even in the same vein or wheelhouse as this game, they're just attack it, just like on top of it. Fuck that game. It's terrible. I hate you for liking it. Is
bro, like this game is like, if I gave my wife, even my wife has said it, like I tried to get her into DBD. She liked it for what it was, but she told me, she said, why is there so many perks? Like I try every time she gets caught or something happens, she said, well, how did he see me? I'd be like, babe, he had this perk on. She's like, well, why didn't I know about that? I was like, babe, there's over 100 perks. She's like, man, I don't want to play this anymore. Like, right. So for a casual player, it's hard. It's hard to get into games like this.
You know what this is? So this has the same wall to me as something like a Tarkov, right? Like it is a
right.
It is, you know, and because it's so brutal that like as a casual player trying to get in, like if you don't know at least a little bit, you are going to get fucked and you are going to get frustrated. Like
you're gonna get frustrated, and then it doesn't help that after you get caught, or if you don't know no better, that's when you get out of the game and everybody's at the screen where the game ends. The community sometimes are brutal. I mean, absolutely. It's like playing League of Legends and looking at the chat. It's horrible. It's so horrible. People be talking all types of dog shit to you. So I'm just like, well, yeah, for a casual player to just jump in here and play. But the only reason DBD does so well is because of the loop system, because of the IPs they grab. Games are starting to get to this point where they're, and this goes down to Call of Duty, this goes down to Fortnite, they know what they're doing. They're pulling IPs from multiple sources and they're trying to keep their game base. And as long as DBD has the ability to pull killers from movies, TV shows, whatever, they're never gonna and
well, it's like Fortnite. Like the Fortnite is like the king of that. Where when it comes to
culture
like,
vultures,
partnering up with other people. Like they're doing the same thing with like Tesla, with the fucking Tesla truck these days.
Right, right.
Or Disney with Star Wars and shit. Like as long as they can get popular pop culture like icons into the game, they're gonna continue doing well, and they're gonna continue to do well over these other games that are like it. So
they have this one, and then we're covering some of the news that we would have covered, but we're covering it because, you know, obviously we had this footage. They like people that I don't know if it's people, I don't know if it's the DBD community or if it is the other community, but that has been wanting this. But they finally have announced FNAF. So Five Nights at Freddy's and DBD are doing a crossover.
We've been saying that for ages, man. Like us on the podcast, we've been saying like when the fuck are they gonna get Five Nights at Freddy's? Like that seems like the easiest Like
and they're gonna do it now.
Yep.
And the thing is,
the
right,
most simplest thing that they could have done to get like new players in Five Nights at Freddy's.
and
Legally.
it's crazy that's the thing, because it's just like, well, oh, I don't want to miss this for you guys. The Mori's coming up, so
Is
this
this-
you'll be able to actually see the Mori. But it was crazy is, like I said, the amount of like just craziness that
It's pretty dope.
DVD has done. Yeah, the wine glass is crazy.
Pretty cool.
It's really nice. Yeah, so-
But
go ahead.
they're gonna. I don't think any game can compete with DVD. No matter what, how many people tried. TCM has tried. Friday the 13th has tried. Monstrum has tried. You got
Hell, even
Killer Clowns have tried.
Behavior Studios tried with another
Bro,
fucking game, and it still failed. Like,
They can't compete with the DVD as long as they have the streamer base, especially people that hold thousands of people on Twitch for DVD. It's not gonna die.
Bro,
this
the
game
streamer-
is gonna go on forever.
the streamer base, and once we're done here, we're gonna move on to our news. But the streamer base for this, like, I don't even want to go as far as Fortnite levels, but because I think that Fortnite's actually not the streamer community. It's almost like a Destiny. It is something where they're like, bro,
Yes.
I play it because it's my game, but I fucking hate this fucking game, dude.
Yo, you'd be surprised how many streamers say that during stream. They're like, you know what? I hate this fucking game, but you know, it brings
Day
them
in,
their
day out,
viewers.
bro. Yeah,
They
man.
play this
Like,
every day.
No different
You
than
know?
League, man. We hated League. We still fucking played
Yeah.
it, man.
It's-
no, I get it, but fuck, dude.
But all in all, the PTB was enjoyable. He takes some work, as you can see. The Hellfire is just like the Pyramid Head thing. It takes some work to kind of get adjusted to him, but he's cool.
I got one question for you.
What's up?
Do you have to say blah 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 whenever you suck the blood?
Blah, blah,
Is that a thing?
I'm not even gonna flex. I did do that a couple of times on stream. I did do that. It was corny, but I did do it.
All right.
It's an enjoyable PTB. It reminded me of the PTB with Chucky. Like I said it time and time again. Why didn't they add Chucky? And then boom, they added Chucky. So yeah.
Well, there you go. Guys, that was along what we've been playing. But there's been a
Jesus.
lot of games that have come out. And so now we're gonna be
Indeed.
moving on to the news, and we've got some news to cover. We're gonna give it our all, and we'll speed run through a couple things, but we've got quite a bit here to talk about. So let's talk about the first thing, which was THQ did a showcase, right? So they had a showcase that kind of came out, and it you know, they showcased some of the stuff. They have like Wreckfest 2 coming. The biggest news was like a Gothic remake, which, you know, I'm excited about that.
I'm
But
excited about that as well.
and there's some other ones, right? Like Epic Mickey. Like I recommend going and checking it out if you want to go see it, right? It wasn't long, maybe like 30 minutes. But then they dropped this. Now I'm gonna pause this real quick because I need everybody to understand something. Okay, we are living in a world right now that, whether you love it or hate it, is Diablo 4, right? Post Diablo 4, we are living in a fucking world where Path of Exile 2 is around the corner, right? Where we got games like Last Epoch. Now again, Last Epoch's nothing fucking to write home about, like, visually, but it's still a good game. Like, this is a world where these games exist. THQ, God bless them, decided to drop Titan Quest 2. If you're unfamiliar with Titan Quest, it was like one of the OG like style ARPG games. Like, it was, you know, it was good, and it looked dated for, you know, people still play it now, and it looked dated. And I'm not knocking fucking Titan Quest. Like, please don't come after me, because I'm a fellow lover of these style of games. But God damn it, if this game don't look like dog shit, like, you know.
Yeah, it's the biggest, like, when I first watched it, that was where we first saw about it. It like kind of even brought it up. I was just like, why would okay, THQ, I'm talking directly to you. Okay, why would you showcase a 30 FPS video? Like, this looks like crap.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, in today's day and age, this should have been 60 FPS at the very least. 4K 60 FPS if you want to, like, showcase the best parts of your game, right? Because I'm sure this game does look good,
Just
but
so
I can't
everybody see,
tell.
I am at the
Like-
highest resolution. Just so everybody, I want everybody to see this.
I
I'm at the highest
I legitimately
resolution.
can't tell, man. Like I don't know, man. Like it's very strange. It doesn't look like, if it is in 60 FPS, it doesn't look like it. If it is in 4K, it don't look like it.
So to be fair, this to me looks like Diablo, right? But
It does. Yeah.
but again, I get what y'all saying. All I'm saying though is if they would have lied and been like, you know those companies that be like, yeah, this is how it's gonna look. It's gonna look so great. And then they put out that video and it looks really good. But then when you get the game, it's like,
You mean Diablo?
This
Yeah, I
is
got
not
it.
what I
They
said.
Diablo.
Yeah, you
like,
mean
I get it,
Diablo,
like,
right?
Diablo,
Yeah.
like,
You
I
mean
understand.
Diablo. You mean
I get it.
basically, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. We're well aware of that, Tony. Thank you for fucking bringing it up again.
Like,
I'm sorry. It just
But-
it tinged a little
What-
bit.
But some of the systems that are in this do look fun. Like they do look like they're kind of interesting.
Mhm.
I don't know, man.
here's
In today, like you said, in today's day and age where we have like a Path of Exile 2 coming up right around the corner, right? Like literally right around the corner, right? This is rough, man. Like this looks rough.
You're not wrong.
I
It
just-
is
In
rough
my
looking.
eyes, at least.
and I don't know. I'm hoping, right? Like, obviously, this was just the very first trailer. So yeah, we're giving
Yeah.
it some shit based off of a trailer. It could be like, but here's my other thing is that a lot like I'm hoping to God that they do not have that. Like I'm seeing like 4 enemies on screen at once. Like I'm not seeing an
Yeah.
abundant. Like we're like Lost Ark, like Diablo. Like people want that fucking like just constant in your face, just kind of action. And that
that
don't
was
seem
that was
like
the
it.
issue.
Like
That was the issue that we had with Diablo 4 was just like they went from being like massive amounts of people or mobs on the screen, right, to very few
right,
early
Mhm.
game,
which
right?
now they've
So
corrected.
that was
and, yeah.
which now they've corrected, yeah, but that's not the way that ARPG players want to play. Like that's we want a lot of things on the screen to kill. Like
And
that's,
yeah,
that's just what we
and-
want.
and I do want to address like people in chat say like it doesn't look that bad, and I get it. And for people, the audio listeners, like it looks like a little bit like Diablo, a little bit like Path of Exile, like right now, right? But we're talking, but the thing is like we are working in a world now where we have like Unreal Engine 5, like First Ascendant,
Yeah.
Unreal Engine 5, that Delta Force, Hawk Ops, Unreal.
This-
Well, it doesn't. It just I don't know, man. Like
This looks good in comparison to Titan Quest 1.
well,
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Like 100%. It's a huge update from Titan Quest 1. But again, in an age where we have Path of Exile 2 coming out in less than a year, maybe, right? This is not like this is a rough showing for a name that's well known from THQ.
I
right?
just
Like,
would have rather them waited and given us a lot more. Like they could have done a tease, like boom, Titan Quest 2 coming with nothing else, got people fucking hyped, and then give us like a fucking 20-minute deep dive, right? And really give us that something that
yeah.
just juices us up.
I'm interested to see if this is just like entry level stuff and where
Yeah,
this is not
hopefully.
what we get on the final product.
Mhm.
Because
I hope.
yeah, again, Titan Quest is a very beloved
I-
franchise. So
All right. Well, that was Titan Quest 2. Let's talk about another game that well, they have no other sequels to or prequels to kind of rely on, and I don't know, man. I wanted this game to be fucking good. I really did, and I haven't gone back to it, but good old Nightingale.
yeah.
Listen. I watched. Was it you? Did you play this on
Yes,
stream?
yes, I did.
Probably.
I,
it was him and
yeah,
Swansea.
I think it. Yeah, and I was watching, and I was just like,
Dude,
Bro, don't do that to me, Tony. Shut the fuck up, bro. You're a guest here. What are you doing, bro? You're a guest here. I'm sorry.
if anybody is upset, if anybody is upset, it's me. I was the original one that was like, I am so stoked for this fucking game, and when I got it, I was just
excited
like,
too.
this is rough, dude. Like this. is
I was
bad.
excited. I was excited, but I was like, all right, but I was playing other things. I don't remember what I was playing. I was playing other
Yeah.
things, and I saw Sending on, and I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna watch this, and ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, you and a lot of other people.
Yeah. You and me
Essentially,
both,
the Nightingale devs are not satisfied with the game, its reception, or the player
Shouldn't be.
numbers.
Right.
Now they are stating that they have big things coming. But look, we live in an era where we had Redfall and big things were supposed to come to
Yeah.
Redfall, and that shit never happened. We live in an
Hmm.
era of broken promises all the time.
Indeed.
And unsad. I mean, and honestly, this is very sad, right? This is a sad state that the industry, I think, is in, where
Sorry.
you've got. I know you just looked up player numbers, and we'll talk about
I
that. in a
did.
second.
I did indeed.
I know that
Like,
noise.
oh,
I know
shit.
that noise.
It's like, oh Lord.
But we live in an era where, unfortunately, right, a game can't even go into early access and a company stick with it. If it is not like an indie studio, they're just gonna dump it, right? Like a company is just gonna basically go, fuck it, I'm gonna dump it and keep moving. And that is sad, right? Like, I hope that Nightingale gets what it deserves and like actually has time to cook.
I hope they can. Yeah, I hope they can pull through and give us what we were expecting from the game originally, right? Because like what we got was nowhere near what they promised, right? Like we got a very, 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 very limited version of what they promised us originally. So
Yeah, I don't know what this early I don't even know if they're going to show anything. I was hoping that this video was going to show. It's not. It's just them talking. Was going to give like an update of like what is to come. But I don't know. Yeah.
So I think that they said something about like bigger build limits, more like variety and customization with the buildings. Um, I don't remember exactly everything that
I
they
mean,
had talked about.
here's the thing, right? Like the game is early access. Like, yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I really wish that people, and especially gamers, because like I've said this, and I'll go to fucking war with every single one of you. Like, fucking get ready, I'll go to war with you. Gamers are assholes. We are fucking pieces of shit. We are fucking some of the worst fucking people that walk the face of this earth when it comes to their hobby. Because we will demand something come out, and it comes out in like an early access state, and we shit all over it. And then when it's not fucking perfect, or it is fucking perfect, but too close to something else, like Marvel Rivals is too close to fucking Overwatch, even though the game is great, people are gonna shit the fuck all over it because they're just like, it's fucking, it's just Overwatch 2. Like,
It is just Overwatch 2.
It is just Overwatch.
y'all can go fuck yourself.
Thank you, Tony. I want
I'll
Kevin
be-
Tony on the side.
Hold on. To be fair, he could go back to this caveat about Nightingale, but to be fair, Marvel Rivals is Overwatch 2.
Bro,
and
get
I
the
just
fuck out of here.
It is, bro.
It pays
is.
homage to Overwatch, but it's not Overwatch 2. Get the fuck out of
Oh
here.
shit!
I can name 4 characters. That's the
Congratulations.
same.
I'm
Everything,
gonna like having you on the show, Tony.
everything is like,
but
bro.
it's still enjoyable though. Now I'm not gonna take that away from you. It is an enjoyable game. I really enjoyed it, but
I want, like, we need to get in a habit of allowing games to give them time to cook, especially like early access. And I get it, like companies abuse early access titles and tags and all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm not saying that Nightingale is one of those that is not doing that, but like, guys, like, let's at least give companies a chance, to do something and do it well before we just condemn them. And I'm not saying that we're condemning them here. Like, if the game's bad, don't play it. I understand it, right? But like, don't sit there and expect that they should be, crucified for, something when you've got game companies like Activision and Blizzard who are fucking you over left and right, or Nexon getting their hand in damn Tony's pocket, right? Getting, whatever.
Or Blizzard getting their hand in yours.
Oh, whatever, man. Don't mind. These are not. Don't look at this wall of Blizzard shit. Anyway, what other peak numbers?
Their peak numbers right now are players right now is 224.
Oh.
Their peak number 24-hour period is 290.
Motherfucker.
All time peak is 47,595.
Oh.
That was 6 months
that
ago.
was probably on release.
Oh,
That was on release. Yeah. So
Oh,
they're
Okay.
doing pretty rough. I do have a quick rundown of what their new update, whatever it is, the what is it? The Realms Rebuilt update? Yeah, that's what it's called. I do have an update or like a roadmap of what that is. The biggest changes coming in Realms Rebuild is an overhaul of the game's progression system. Currently, crafting a Nightingale is based on unlocking recipes or buying them from traders, then using various tiered items to create new goods. Once the update is live, a new progression tab will map out how to unlock new tools and weapons as players progress. Essence is used to unlock corresponding recipes. In addition to progression changes, sticks, plant, fiber, and rocks won't break down into essence. Also, items that can still be extracted in essence will have their output reduced. They are going to be making a bigger structure limit, it looks like, for players that want to expand their estate in Nightingale. The limit has been simplified, only looking at 2 different sections instead of 3. And they're increasing the Nightingale's ranged weapons and how much they can be upgraded. Short bows, long bows, and Colt pistols will be added along with a new Mystic variety. Dauntless weapons can be upgraded more, making them on par with new Mystic weapons. 2 new spells are added as well. Immolation and Fiona's Wrath will also give players additional ways to defeat Bound when the update is released later this summer. So, yeah, so there's quite a bit. Later this summer is a little weird considering we're technically out of summer. I don't know.
Maybe not for wherever they are. I will say Inflexion published and developed this game, so there's no, like, at least we don't have to worry about like Microsoft coming in and shutting them the fuck down, right? Like this is they're self-published, so kudos for them on that one. So maybe we get some time here. Maybe we get a No Man's Sky redemption arc here. You know,
I hope so, man, because like it's one of those games that I was extremely excited for. So if they can turn it around, I'll 100% give them a second chance.
Is Flintlock not good? Hold on, I'm seeing in chat people are talking about this game's not Flintlock. Flintlock's bad. Dude, I fucking have that. I have it. I want to play it.
Okay.
Don't Flintlock, from what I heard, is rough right now.
Hold on. So I played Flintlock, right? How can I say it? Okay.
Is it basically Overwatch 2?
No,
is that what you're saying?
No. So Flintlock when it first released, I let the wife play that on stream, right? She liked it, but when she ran into a wall, I tried to play for her a little bit, and I have to say the controls are really I don't know if they were going for like a Souls-like experience, maybe, but it ain't it. It ain't it. They dropped the ball on this one. It feels it doesn't feel good as a game.
That's what I've heard a lot of people saying as well. Is like controls are a little rough. Mechanics feel really janky. And
the story is great. The story was good. Okay. The story was good for me when I first I'm sitting there watching her from start to where she didn't never finish the game. I'm just throwing it out there, but. From start to where she did finish, I actually enjoyed everything that I saw story-wise. As far as the controls, the combat, it ain't it.
Ooh.
It ain't it. So
that's how many people were playing Flintlock.
How many?
23.
Well, now wait, hold on. Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. Though, to be fair, it is on Game Pass, I think, right? Like I think you can get that on Game Pass.
You can
still.
I don't know how
for Steam all-time peak 648.
Okay. It didn't do well, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna at least try it. And so we can talk about it next week, or maybe I'll wait and we'll talk about it when Tony is back from his vacation. All right, let's move on. Another sad story, right? Outside of the player base for fucking Flintlock, is okay. You guys, Game Informer. You guys know who Game Informer? Some of you young bucks in chat may not know what Game Informer is, but y'all know what Game Informer is.
Yep.
Okay.
Bought many magazines over the years.
Yeah. Very many for the cheats in the back.
33 years of being a print and then went to digital magazine. They basically have shut down. And what's sad is that Game Informer was probably one, if not the only, self-redeeming factor of GameStop. This was a magazine that I think actually existed prior to GameStop, and I think GameStop actually acquired Game Informer.
They did,
yeah. And so they have shut down the studios after the magazine after 33 years. And I get, like, I understand.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I get it. Like, print is not a thing these days.
It's not the way anymore.
People don't want to go out and buy physical. It's just like CDs, right? People are okay with having digital only these days. There are those those few like Bill that like to have physical items, and I'm sure that there's a lot of them out there. But yeah,
I just
predominantly a lot of people don't
it,
want to have physical items.
it's sad because I think that this could have been transitioned better into like again, I know they went full digital, but they also did physical, but like I think they could have transitioned this into something like this is just it's a sad day for like OG gamers that have, grew up reading Game Informer. I mean, I remember fucking my mom and them and my dad going grocery shopping, and I would sit in the damn
Yep.
in the aisle with the fucking magazines, and
Yep.
I wouldn't be looking at Sports Illustrated or the fucking Muscle magazines or like the Car Mags. I had my fucking Game Informer, man, and like my Nintendo, Power, Nintendo Power, and I was, and so it's a sad day to see that
Bro,
they've gone.
it is a
gone that
very
way.
sad day. I actually had like a whole shelf dedicated to their books.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like yeah, it was serious. Like I really enjoyed their Game Informer books because not only did they show you the games, but they went in detail of what the game is, when it's coming out, how they feel
they were-
about it, and they were pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
They
For
were
the
they
most
were
part.
the original podcaster essentially. They were the original what we're
Original,
doing right
yes.
now, right?
That's
Like,
how that's how you figured out what
that's
was
how
coming
they
out.
that's
yeah.
how we figured out what was coming out, how to get it,
Mhm.
where it was going into, like you said, what the cheat codes were in the back. I know that I got a lot of demos out of
Oh,
Game
hell
Informer,
yeah.
like the
Oh,
little
Disney.
I
demo
got
CDs.
acid demos
Yeah.
out of there. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I remember. Oh my god! Like I remember opening that mag and seeing the first time for was it Gears? I think the original Gears. Like that nobody
Gears
had
of War,
anything.
yep.
Nobody knew
Yep.
anything about it. And then they were the first. And then they had Gears on the cover. And like you got like they were like the in depth. Like we talked to Cliffy B. We saw And I was
Yep.
so stoked. Like you. Like I really do feel bad for everybody in chat, for anybody that's too young to remember this. Like you don't know the feeling. Like now everything is instant, man. You get it just like this, dude.
You get it immediately.
right, that instant satisfaction. You know everything. We're
So-
about to talk about leaks. You get this shit before it ever fucking is supposed to come out. You don't know
Mhm.
the feeling of fucking going and seeing that magazine and being like, oh fucking shit, open it up and reading it and just being like, yo,
Bro.
What's in this one?
yeah, it's
Bro,
great.
the month that I would wait in the mail for my stuff sometime, and the month I would get a Game Informer. I think I'll never forget Batman Arkham not City, just Arkham Asylum. The very first Batman Arkham
Mhm.
Asylum. They had a cover of Batman on the cover doing this shit, just like that with blood on them and stuff. And I'll never forget it. If you could pull up a picture of this shit, it'd be awesome. But like, I'll
See
never
what I
forget that they had this, and I was so excited. I opened the book, and it tells you the actual, like, the day it's coming out, what title, like what systems it's coming out for. It was a good time. It was a good time to see all of these magazines. I'll never forget there was Batman, there was God of War 2, there was Gears of War, like the main game that everybody would be excited for. They made a cover for it, and it
The-
was
the
really
real-
good.
The real OG, and I know that you guys have probably had it. National Geographic magazine, baby. Back in the day,
Christ.
It was National Geographic,
Nat
and it was
Geo.
Jet magazines. Oh man.
So, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about, okay, I don't know. Hopefully it'll show up. Let me see. You're talking about this one right here, right? This black and white noir-esque photo where the front
Hell
was
yeah,
Batman.
that's it right
Yeah,
there.
this
Let's
one.
go.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Game Informer had, yeah, man. I was so excited about it because that's when Batman Arkham Asylum came out, and man, it was such. I as a kid, I had my mother, take me in and just buy the magazine, and she was like, if we get this, you better read it. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna read it now.
Yeah.
Don't point at me, Mom. I'ma fucking read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read
I'm
it.
gonna read the shit out of those pages.
Damn right. It was a good
And just
time,
so
man.
nobody in the pre-patch mob devours Tony, it was Arkham City, not Arkham Asylum that cover from.
It was
So
Arkham City?
I already
My
know you
bad.
guys are fucking
Thank
gonna
you.
do
How
it.
dare you,
So,
Tony?
so there we go. All right. Well, let's move on to the next news topic that we're gonna talk about, which is all right, Black Ops 6. I'm not excited about this shit. I don't give two fucks about Call of Duty.
Zero
man.
fucks, bro.
But
Okay.
I just want to say this looks, and there's actually been more footage that has dropped, right? But this looks like shit, dude. The movement looks like somebody, you need to be on Adderall to be able to fucking like keep up with what's going on. Like I don't know, man. Tony, you're the Call of Duty guy. You're a person.
Hold on. I'm not the Call of Duty guy. Don't do that.
Donald's like, whoa, bro. Don't do me like that, bro.
No,
I have recently picked Call of Duty back up, but only for the Warzone. I have not bought the newest Call of Duty. Warzone is free, Resurgence is free, so I play that. But to be fair, like I'm looking at this footage and it looks
it's not good.
ass.
Like it graphically, it does not look
ass.
good. And then the gameplay, the newer gameplay that we haven't had a chance because they're taking it down as fast. Like I'm surprised this is not taken down. This is off of Reddit, by the way. But I'm surprised this has not gotten taken down yet. But the newer footage is even worse. Like the newer footage, like I'm not kidding you when I'm telling you that it is like people like, I mean, the dude's like running, sliding, hopping, moving this way because it's just like omnidirectional fucking. And I'm just telling you, it is made for the people that just want to fucking like run around and be cracked out of their mind. Like if you want that kind of stuff, man, to me, I have always said, go play fucking Tribes. Go play Tribes. Like if you want that crazy movement.
The thing with COD is going to be around after I die, after you die. It doesn't like COD is going to be around forever. COD is just Call of Duty. It's just
COD 2077.
That's it, bro. It's not going anywhere. What's sad is it's a generational thing because what sucks for me, you, and Sinan, it doesn't suck for the new 12-year-old, the new 14-year-old, the new 15-year-old. Because I'm gonna be real with you. When COD first dropped for me at 15, and I was playing these games, I loved the shit out of it. You couldn't talk shit about it because I loved it. You get what I'm saying? Like no matter what, fuck you, I love COD. But now, as an adult, I'm just like, oh. Like
that's because you don't want to be in those COD lobbies being called all the racial slurs by a fucking 6-year-old.
Bro, I wish I had the footage. I think I do have the footage, but I'll do it at some other time, maybe the next podcast. But bro, I had a 6-year-old. Like I think they recently just added Cody Rhodes to the skin, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
This motherfucker jumped out of nowhere, came down on a parachute, jumped down. He hit him with the chair. He did an execution on me. He hit him with the chair. Like he had a chair. And he busted me in my head and knocked me all the way across the map. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? I got mad. I got mad immediately because a child just beat the shit out of me. But I was just like, what happened? Okay, whatever. I don't want to play this. I'm uninstalling. But to be honest, I like Resurgence. I don't play any other mode but Resurgence on Warzone or Call of Duty. I'll play Warzone. I'll play Resurgence a little bit, but other than that, I've just been enjoying it just with friends. Playing by myself, it's like pulling teeth. I won't do it. But playing with friends, it's enjoyable for what it is.
Yeah,
but this leak is balls.
People are already fucking
really
hacking
bad.
it too. That's the crazy thing. There's people already hacking like I'm just like, dude, it's not even, the game's legitimately not even out yet. Like what the fuck what is going on? So I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. So anyway, Black Ops 6, if you own Game Pass, whatever, the fucking Game Pass not the, I don't know, you got to have like the ultimate, like, you know, fucking rubbing, tickling balls of Xbox CEO version but whatever that version of it is, you'll get it for day one, but not core. I don't know, whatever their fucking model is, but you can at least not have to pay full price for this shit. And get that. But yeah, Black Ops 6, there's leaks. Good luck finding them if you can get some footage, and at least you can see them here for this stuff. So all right, I think what is this, the Return of Moira? What is this?
I was just about to say we can skip this. Yeah.
Too late. It's already on screen.
So this is I was actually extremely excited about it when it first released. But it's one of those games that got caught behind. Yeah, it's one of those games that got caught behind the fucking Epic Games Store exclusivity bullshit. So it's been exclusive to Epic Games for the last year. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. I like dwarfs. I like mining. I'm a Minecrafter. I like killing goblins. This looks fun. I'm excited for it. It's yeah, exactly. It's finally coming to Steam and Xbox Game Pass, I believe, on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks really fun, man.
Like I don't know. It's like a survival
game. Yeah, it's like 7 Days to Die almost. It's like you have to deal with like hordes that are attacking your base every
Okay.
once in a while, and then as you're doing that, you're also digging deeper into the mines of Moira. If you know Lord of the Rings, Mines of Moira is like the original like one of the big dwarf faction like homelands essentially. So you're trying to go back and take that back, and you're digging deeper down. I believe that they added in a new like endless feature to it as well, which is kind of cool. Because prior to that being added, you had an actual end to the Mines of Moira. Now I
Mhm.
believe it's just a constant delve, basically dungeon delve. So
So this
Yeah,
is actually
I'm
the
excited for it.
27th. The 27th is
August
when
the
it's
27th.
27th.
That's when it's
Yep.
coming
Damn,
out.
I'm gonna have to try
Yeah.
that. That's an actual
So-
full release of the game.
Well, no,
that's
it's
full release.
It's release on
Well, it's
Steam.
early access in Steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay, early
Oh,
access. Gotcha.
Is it early access?
This is
I don't
your
know.
game. I don't
Lord of
know.
the Rings.
Wait,
Mines
give me a
of-
second. Let me check.
I'm
'cause I
not
might-
entirely sure if it's early access. I think it is released.
I'll check real quick.
But either way, yeah, it's coming out on the 27th to Steam for to Steam and Xbox Game Pass, which it wasn't there prior for the last year.
Oh
So,
no, that's full release, my boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah, I think it full released on over there on Epic. So yeah, it
27th
looks
of August. I'll try it out.
it looks fun. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. That's the only reason why I wanted to fucking play it. I know you hate Lord of the Rings, or you're not a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Bro, I have enough hate as it is. I mean, it's fun. I'm just saying
Hey,
it's not the
true.
best thing that's
You've-
out there.
You said it
I
before. You're
just
like, I
said
could
that
give
it's
zero
not
fucks about.
it's not the greatest fucking thing that everybody makes it up to be. It's overhyped.
Uh.
Jesus Christ. Let's talk about another game that's over fucking hyped. And we are talking about Star Wars Outlaws. It is did I hit a nerve, Tony?
No. Keep going.
Okay.
Tony?
All right.
Tony, okay?
It's okay. I don't know if it's gonna be overhyped. I don't know. Certain people have played it, said they love it, but here's the
I think it's
thing:
going to be personally, but
is that they have been. Is this rumored or is this actual like known that they have?
no, this
actually
is
been
this is known. This is people they're actually investing
Buying basically
into
review.
the
They're-
Ubisoft's
they're-
marketing campaign.
They're buying reviews.
Essentially.
They buttered up YouTubers and influencers with like trips to Disneyland, boat tours,
Yo, get the
all that shit to have access to 4 hours of early gameplay footage.
Okay,
I believe it was
so now-
somebody from like Germany found out about it, and we're saying that multiple YouTubers and influencers had revealed that they actually were like part of the company's marketing campaign or something,
which is
Mhm.
fine.
something
like,
along those lines.
You can be like, look, I work in this industry. Like, it is a thing where like gamers are paid to play video games, right, and to advertise your game. Now, you
but
are-
not to lie.
Well, yeah,
Not- you get
you're
what I'm
not
saying?
supposed to. There is a fine line there to say like, hey, like I am paid to say the game is good, or I am paid to
Mhm.
give you my honest opinion. Most will pay to give you their honest opinion. In this
Right.
case, it might not be as clear on like if this was truly their honest opinion. And I have watched this footage and heard some of these reviews, and I think some of the honest reviews that I've seen, people are like, look, like a lot of the stuff feels very dated. Like again, this is Ubisoft,
It-
right? This is a quadruple A fucking game.
Hold on.
Suppose, and so it just
So-
The last time that we talked about it was when they released the recent footage for our, I think, GameSpot or something along those lines. IGN, it might have been IGN's gameplay of it recently, and it looked like a PlayStation 2 game in some instances. Like the explosions were like a PNG of
explosions
an
were bad.
explosion. Yeah, it was rough, dude.
no.
Like the water physics in the game, it looked like Jello. She was stepping into Jello. Like you could see
Oh,
the indentation of
no.
the water.
Oh no.
So yeah,
and maybe
rough,
that's just
man.
early release shit, build, whatever.
Maybe.
A lot of people
Maybe.
have said that it was like a version for the Xbox Series S, or it was an earlier version or something along those lines. I don't know how much I believe that, but
Are you
we'll
Tony? Are
see,
you
I
gonna
guess.
play? Is this something that was on your
Yeah.
playlist?
Shit, not anymore. What y'all talking
I mean, no,
about?
actually, no,
Oh,
Tony,
shit.
you need to play it so that you can bring it to the show because I'm not gonna fucking buy this game and play it.
yeah. So here's the thing for me, right? With Ubisoft, I hate them. Like, I'm sorry, as a
You be
company,
both, bud.
I don't like Ubisoft, but Fragpunk. Was that not Ubisoft?
That's not Ubisoft, bro. Don't give them
Okay,
that.
which
that,
game?
No.
My bad, Fragpunk. I'm sorry. Not Fragpunk.
You're talking about.
There was another game I played recently
You
that
thinking-
was Ubisoft.
Can't be C.
What's the
X Defiant? X
Okay.
Defiant?
Defiant?
Is that
That's
it?
what I was thinking
Okay.
of. Yeah.
I played a little bit of X Defiant and I was like, oh shit, this isn't bad. It's not horrible. It's not the best, but it's not like I usually shit on you guys. Okay. You're doing a little something for me.
That
Then
game's been
I
in
played
fucking development for 30 fucking years.
I get it, but it still was enjoyable. If I have fun, I have fun. This just is what it is. There's that, and then there was the Prince of Persia game that I played.
Yeah, the new ones they've knocked out of the park.
Yeah, they did phenomenal. Loved it. Loved the Prince of Persia game. So I was like, all right, cool. Maybe, all right, Ubisoft, you're doing a little something for me. But now y'all talking about this, and I'm just like, I was planning on purchasing it on August 30th. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna get this. It looks good. It looks nice. I love Star Wars game, and I'm still waiting for Knights of the Old Republic. That's a fever dream. I know, guys. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I'm still waiting for the remake of Knights of the Old Republic, but they haven't released that. So I'm just like, I'll deal with Star Wars Outlaws maybe. So I'll give it a shot, but if people are being paid to say your game is good, that doesn't sit well with me. I'm just like, you know, I don't know.
I don't know necessarily if they're being paid to say that the game is good, but they are being buttered up to give a better review for sure. It says right here that they flew out shared footage from British influencers on YouTube who revealed she was brought out to Los Angeles by Ubisoft early and was taken on a boat tour that she claims was originally a whale tour to see if we could spot any whales. So, where were you at? Where were you over there, Sid?
Fuck off, bro.
They also invited a bunch of UK creators who got there early because of our flight. Their flights were booked early. They had a bunch of people that were brought out to the Star Wars Outlaw California interview.
I mean, again,
and
yes.
all that
So
bullshit.
they may have not. They're not going to come. No one's going to come out and be like, yes, I was paid to fucking. They'll ruin their career.
Yeah.
It'll, like,
They're not
legal
going to say
actions,
that, yeah.
whatever else.
They'll
But you
get
can
on the
definitely
blacklist.
tell that it's like, hey, you like this is a little bit of extra. Like, what's going on? Like, you can feel
Yeah.
sometimes when you're like, hey, like you're really having a fun, right? Like you're liking the game, right? Like,
You like
kinda-
this, don't you?
This one right here. This one right here is a Twitter post down towards the bottom. It says, "Built an epic lightsaber at Galaxy Edge yesterday with fellow Star Wars Outlaws content creators and explored the park.
Yeah.
It was an absolute blast."
Yeah, like there's just
Mhm.
certain stuff. I mean, it's a little
Yeah.
on the scummier side, right? Like, but
It
we'll
was a little
see. I
weird,
mean,
yeah.
maybe the game is going to be amazing. Hey, I hope it is. Again, I don't want to
I
shit
hope
on
it is as
anything,
well.
or whatnot.
Yeah.
But so,
This is me giving Ubisoft another shot.
yeah. Well, let's talk about another shot coming to another studio here, which Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Studios. Tony, you played Kill the Justice League, right? Please tell me it's not just me. I'm not the only one that played this game.
I watched you. I did not.
It's
play.
just you. You're the only one that spent money on it, bro.
Listen. I saw him play, and I was just like, nah, I'm okay. I'm all right.
man. All right. Like, okay. Well, so here's the thing. Okay. The game had a lot of, like, it had a chance. I bought the
shit.
big boy edition, bro. I bought the $100 edition. Like, so anyway, we're not gonna talk about Kill the Justice League as far as like the game. We've already talked about that. But Warner Brothers Studios, basically there's some reports here that are saying like, hey, like there's a 41% decline in revenue as like Suicide, has lost 98% of its player base. This just also comes off of the back of Warner Brothers Studios acquiring the rights back for Multiverses, and bringing that back in the house. But then like there's talks of saying, hey, like they are wanting to split off and like sell their shit off, and
Yeah.
like get rid of their gaming development like side, which I'm like, you just brought back fucking Multiverses. Now you're trying to like siphon it back off again. There's stuff that like people are citing that this is because of political bullshit. They're saying that some of this stuff is because of like Sweet Baby Inc. There's other sides that are saying it's because they fucked up with Kill the Justice League. Like, what?
Well,
Jesus.
I mean,
factually, factually, Kill the Justice League has literally killed this year's output for them. Like it's rough in comparison to last year's with Hogwarts Legacy, I believe was what
Yeah.
it was. They did a complete reversal, right? Like last year was like their best year ever for their studios, pretty much, with Hogwarts Legacy, which is crazy because Hogwarts Legacy was not like it was steeped in a lot of issues. Like we talked about it on the
Yeah.
podcast. We had people come into our streams that were having issues with us playing it right. We're not going to get into that shit. That's too political for us. We're a fucking gaming podcast, right? But it was rough. Like it was rough. And for them to have that much success with Hogwarts Legacy, even with all that scandal, with all that political crap, right? It's crazy that that was one of their better fiscal years. With Kill the Justice League, it's the exact opposite. This is one of their worst fiscal years.
Well, the
They
reason
claimed
that I
like
feel like
41%.
the reason I feel like their better fiscal year with Hogwarts was just because no matter what, even with all of the political bullshit around the game,
It's
them
Hogwarts.
diehard
Yeah,
fans, it's Hogwarts, it's fucking
yeah.
Harry Potter. You're not
It's Harry
you-
Potter,
you-
100%.
you're,
yeah.
you're not gonna you're not gonna stop these fans from being like, yo, you made a
Yep.
game where I
Yep.
can cast Wingardium Leviosa. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna buy the game.
Sorry, I had to.
You are a fucking nerd.
Shut the fuck up. So are you.
Yeah.
Oh god, but it was.
I don't have
good.
a wand. I don't have a wand. I'm not a big nerd.
The sad thing
There you
is
go. I got
that
a pen.
and we've said it a bunch of times, right? Is that these games like the and listen, hey, I think we finally gotten one. And Tony, you're gonna because you've been brought into the pre-patch crew, you're gonna get to learn pre-patch predicts. So PPP stands for pre-patch podcast and pre-patch predicts, right? And we are batting
Not-
like we're batting like
Not to be
1,000.
confused with pre-patch dicks. It's pre-patch predicts.
Predicts, yeah.
Predicts.
Predicts, not post dicks. Predicts. Anyway, but the thing is that we have almost a stellar fucking perfect record of predicting shit
Fucking
going on, right?
Nostradamus over here, bro.
And we have
Okay.
said
We
that
call this.
all that you have to do with your fucking superhero games is keep pumping out new fucking characters, right? Maybe next time's listening to us with Marvel Rivals because that shit's happening all, they're fucking pumping out characters more than they're pumping out fucking hot fixes. So, hey, good on them. But like they just needed to like keep pumping stuff out. And we talked about Arkham City. This is Rocksteady. It's the same fucking
Yeah,
people,
man.
right? Like this is not like
you're
they don't
not
come from
wrong.
a pedigree that don't know how to do this.
We
You're not
talked
wrong.
about this when this first released. We kind of had a whole conversation about this, and I called it. I said that this was going to be a failure from the start, just from what
I
I
just
watched
hate it,
while you were
man.
playing. I know that you liked it, but like
It's fun.
everything
watched
that I
it
saw,
too.
I was just
I
like,
watched
this
it
is
too, and I
this
was
is
just like,
mid at best, dude.
It's-
Like this is rough.
It's sacks.
So I agree with you with the whole pumping out characters because what was this in the Marvel game back in the day? That
Bro,
me and you
you're
were
talking about Marvel Heroes.
Marvel Heroes. Okay, so when that game first dropped, I was like, "Yo, y'all
Yeah.
got something good here. All you need to do
Yeah.
is just keep adding characters and upgrade your
Oh no,
fucking loot
you're
system.
talking about Avengers.
Avengers, Marvel
Avengers. Yes,
Oh,
and Marvel
yeah.
Avengers.
Bro.
That game could have had the potential to be so good.
We said
but they fucked
we
it up.
said that on the podcast, dude. That's one of the first ones that we said. That's one of the
They
first
fucked
PP
it up.
predicts.
It
We were
was
like, dude,
it had
if
the
you
potential to
can
be very
literally
good.
just push the heroes out, that's all the people want. We do they couldn't do it.
So go if you want to know a good game, and Tony, I recommend after the cast and everybody after the cast after the show, go look Marvel Heroes, right? Like that game that used to be out a long time ago, then it got rebranded. It was a free to play action game, but it was called Marvel Heroes 2015, then 2016, then Marvel Heroes Omega. Go look at that game. That was a fucking MMO that was done. It was a Diablo style Marvel game where it was done right. It was live service. They kept pumping out fucking heroes left and right. The only reason that game died was because this was amidst all of the fucking Marvel bullshit when Disney and all the rights and kind of shit, and basically it got canned. Really sad. That game did it right. They should take that game and redo it or fucking use it as a lesson. Like, I don't know. This is sad
Well,
either way.
I agree. Like the thing for me, like I've talked about this with friends. Like you had what is it, DC Universe, the online game,
Yeah.
I think the MMO. All they need to
Yep.
do is make a Marvel version, and you're good.
Well,
You're
they
good.
had, they
That
had it.
game-
Like it's just they
Bro,
went to the fucking fly.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't understand. Like they sit on these good IPs, and they just fuck it up. It's a never-ending story of, oh yeah, I got something good here, but I don't know how to utilize it the correct way. So
Celia and Chad brings up a good point. They do bring out heroes. They just are choosing the wrong ones.
Yeah.
oh shit.
I mean, I don't get like
Um,
I'm such a Marvel fan. I don't care, man. Like they brought out Jeff to fucking Marvel Rivals. I give two
True.
fucks about that
Yeah.
stupid fucking shark. But I'm like, hey, you know what? It's a character. It's a new character. I'm okay with it. Like
Not wrong.
let's fucking go do it. Like, you know.
Okay, so your
whatever.
next character is gonna be the squirrel chick next. The squirrel.
Sure, I don't give a fuck.
Cos-
I don't care.
What's the
Who cares?
dog?
Squirrel Girl.
Cosmo?
Cosmo?
Or what's
Sure.
the? I would actually be okay with Cosmo, bro.
I'm
That would be
pretty
dope.
sure-
Fucking,
I'm pretty sure
Jeff
it's
is
gonna
actually
be
pretty
it's
cool.
gonna be Captain America. I think there was some
I'm
leaked
pretty
files
sure
that
it
found
will
it
be.
was.
I can see
Captain
that. I
America.
can see that. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Well, that wraps up the news, everybody. We are now going to move into the quick hit section. And this, as if you are new and unfamiliar, are just news articles, things that we want to mention, things that we find enjoyable or that we want to at least hit on, but not have a full blown talking discussion. So that's kind of where this section came from. So some of the quick hits that we've got is that Phantom Blade Zero PS5 exclusivity and anti Xbox comment was there was rumored that the devs basically bashed the Xbox, saying that it was fucking.
wasn't rumored. There was an actual fucking
but it was
report
not-
that came out.
It wasn't hit, but it wasn't. He wasn't the actual dev that they said. It was a
No,
It was a,
yeah. From what we're hearing, the devs have classified it, and they're basically stating, hey, this is probably like a rogue dev or something
Yeah.
along those
they basically
lines.
said that the Xbox is a fucking waste.
Yeah, they're like nobody. The exact word was nobody needs an Xbox, which was what this rogue person or whatever was saying, and the Phantom Blade Zero guys came out and were like, yeah, we don't. That's not us. We don't agree with that. Don't take that. Like,
Yeah.
this is their actual full. It's recently we noticed that some media outlets have claimed to have interviewed an unnamed developer from S Games at China Joy, who seems to have made some statements regarding a release platforms and strategies for Phantom Blade. To clarify, we want to clarify that these claim statements do not represent S Games' value or culture, as we believe in making our games accessible to everyone, and have not ruled out any platforms for Phantom Blade Zero. We are hard at work on both the development and publishing fronts to ensure that as many players as possible can enjoy our games at release in the future. Our team is looking forward to sharing more development updates soon. Yada yada yada.
So there you go.
So yeah,
So don't believe everything that you fucking read, but do believe everything that you hear from this podcast, because this is the
True.
truth. This is the only truth.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. Multiplayer games hopefully are not ever going away. There is a petition right now that basically says that if 1 million people sign this petition in Europe, that it will stop developers from being able to shut down multiplayer servers. Do I think this is actually going to work? Nope. Are they still going to shut down servers? Absolutely. It costs too much fucking money. But it's basically the other part of it is basically saying that if they do shut down the servers, that they have to release the code allowing for
I'm okay with that,
private
man.
servers to be put up.
Yeah,
in place of
I'm
that.
I'm actually okay with that. Like in we always talk about
Game preservation.
like game preservation, but I'm talking about that MMO WildStar. We always talk about WildStar, right? Where like it would have been nice if they would have just released that out to be able to like. And there are private servers, but it's not, they're not technically illegal.
Final Fantasy 16's PC port did get leaked by NVIDIA drivers, so that graphics drivers. So we should be getting that game here soon. On top of NVIDIA driver stuff, also Intel guys, the microcode did come out. If you have an Intel 13th or 14th gen processor, you need to go look at your motherboard and get the new BIOS updates.
Go look at that.
That is super important. You will fry your shit if you don't. Go get that update for your BIOS that came out this week. Cult of the Lamb Pilgrim Pack got introduced. Also, Valorant is now available on consoles. So yay for Valorant. Black Myth Wukong, which I know is a super popular game. Tony, I think you're all hyped about this too. Yeah,
I will be playing that on the 20th. Yes,
So
right after vacation.
It has gone gold. God of War dev Santa Monica Studios is working on a new IP. It's first in 20 years, so that's really dope. We've talked a lot about Marvel Rivals on the show, but if you play on the Xbox Series S, you're only going to get 540p. So just let you know that's a thing. And hey, you know what? The last thing that we should all be talking about and worrying about, we got wars, we got all this fucking drama and all the election bullshit. Fucking the economy's crap. and all this other kind of shit. But you know what? 197 players fucked a bear in Baldur's Gate 3.
197,000.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
197,000.
Not 197,000.
Oh my god!
Yeah, well, 197,000 of you
Players
dirty,
fucked a
nasty
bear.
fuckers fucked a bear.
A lot of bear love going on, bro.
in
Baldur's Gate 3.
In Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. Let's be clear.
No real bears were harmed in the making of this. But yeah,
Oh,
so
shit.
there
That's
you
funny.
go.
Oh,
All right.
shit. So some of
Is
those anniversary stats from Lariat are fucking hilarious too, dude. Like the
It
amount of
is,
people
really.
that killed the squirrel in that first area is astronomical, bro. Holy
So,
fuck.
so one thing. Can I bring up one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to touch on, just a quick hit. TCM, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is no longer on Game Pass. They took it off.
Did they?
And
Oh.
they did. They're approaching their 1-year anniversary, and it's up in the air right now because TCM is already doing bad, comparable to DBD and these other games. Well, no games like we talked about, but because Game Pass brought so many players from Xbox, now it's up in the air where, like, let's say you paid for skins or new characters in not DBD, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, so what are you going to do? And from what the TCM team, they revealed, they said they're opening up a bundle for an upcoming DLC at a reduced price. It's going to be $20 versus $45 for the game. And the pass includes 2 new characters, 1 for each item, and some cosmetic packs, etc. But I think it's just a bad move for them, honestly, to take it off. Of
Especially with as many studios that fucking are they actually an Xbox studio, or are they just on?
No, see, this is I think it's Sumo. I think Sumo is the
same
company.
Friday the 13th.
The same company that did what's the game called? Hood Outlaws and Legends. And bro, I don't even want to talk about that. That hurt my heart.
Yeah,
I love that game so much, and they just abandoned it. I was like, okay, I'm not giving
both, buddy.
Bro, they did me so wrong. But it again, I think that was a bad move for them. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go, guys. Episode 131 wrapped up tightly for you. Super stoked to have Tony on the show. Tony, thank you again so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed
Appreciate
the cast.
you guys having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Pre-patch crew and our viewers, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. If you haven't caught us, make sure you go over to anchor.fm/prepatch podcast. You can catch us on anywhere that you listen to any of your podcasting apps, Spotify, all of that kind of good stuff. I learned that if you sign into your Spotify account, you can actually watch the Spotify video.
You get video.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
you get video. So I know that we're a little behind on some of those. We will get it fully updated here very quickly. But again, check us out on YouTube. Hit us up over on Twitter. You can go to our Discord and get in there. Also, we're gonna go around the bin and make sure that everybody knows where they can find the viewers. So Tony, again, hit us with where you can find your kind of content.
You can find my content at Hey Tony on Twitch. It's Hey with 5 Y's and then Tony TONY.
5 of them.
There you go.
5 of them good bad boys.
Not that 4 fucker or 3. It's the 5.
Yeah,
not the
5.
It's the
Fuck
5.
those guys.
It's the 5.
Yeah,
Fuck all.
Fuck you, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Adigma, where can we find your content at?
Twitch, YouTube, on the podcast stuff. You know how it goes. I do more stuff on the actual podcast than I do on my own stuff. So
Yep.
pretty much
He holds it.
our podcast. I occasionally do the occasional big ticket venue item for us. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube or at Twitch at Enigmatical Gaming.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know where you guys can find me. I am on Twitch. I am on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. Sometimes I get a wild hair in my ass. You might even find me on like I'm just kidding. But in any case, I'm sitting on all of those. And yeah, I've been back to streaming. So you guys can catch me there. But again, for everybody on the pre-patch team and everybody that's not here, we love you. You guys be amazing, do amazing things in life, and we will see you guys next Thursday, 10:30 p.m. right here on the Pre-Patch Podcast channel. We're out. Bye.
Later.
Peace out.
Installation.